Rhodium Radio knows how to podcast. Rhodium Radio knows how to podcast. In the city of Wilmington, we keep it rockin'. So come on, shake it for me, Gilly.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is in full effect, and I gotta tell y'all a little something. Eazy-E is down with us. MC Ring, you know he's down with us. DJ Yella is down with us. Arabian Prince, you know he's down with us. Tony A the Wizard is down with us. JJ Fag is down with us. Timmy T, you know he's down with us. DJ Pooh Boy is down with us. Toddy P and Spade, they're down with us. My boy Ice Cube, you know he's down with us. I like to mention, so pay attention to where I'm from, Compton, but the tapes are from the Roadium. My name is Dre, listen while I play. And by the way, I'm also down with NWA. Yo, Steve at the Roadium is down with us. Slanging funky tapes, it is a must. We're number one.
Tony A. Tony A. When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 44. We're almost at 45. Wednesday will be at 45 with our very special guest. But before we get to 45, we got to complete episode 44. Before I introduce my next two guests, got a couple of announcements I got to make. The Rhodium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY, since many of you guys are on lockdown and refuse to go outside, cool, no problem. We're going to come up with a quarantine coupon for the Rhodium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY coming out April 1st. Okay, so you guys get a discount if you guys punch in the coupon code for the DOCUMIXERY, 3 hours long. Once again, it's money well spent. 3 hours of West Coast hip hop history, which I like to say that it is the prequel to Straight Outta Compton, directed by me, filmed by John motherfucking Elkins. Okay. Other than that, we are all major media platforms, iHeart, whatever. And if you don't find us on all other platforms, let us know to make sure we put them on there. But we pretty much got everything covered. I want to give a shout out to Marco Rodriguez for sending me these ceramic artifacts. Okay, I've had them for a while. I just haven't put them up on a table. He actually gave them to me, sent them to me because he wanted me to put them on the table. And I think they're actually pretty cool. One of them is actually like a whistle, but I really don't want to blow it because I don't want to like start no Jumanji shit. So anyways, other than that, for all of you guys that are home, stay safe. Cool, stock up on water and don't fight over toilet paper. Okay. Other than that, YouTube, Tony Vision, DOCUMIXERY, and without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very first guest, Westcoast Gillie. Welcome to Roadium Radio.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me here.
How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm always good, man.
Yeah?
Even when you bad, you always got to be good.
Huh.
You know, man.
How was the drive over here?
Shit, rainy as fuck. Oh, wait, am I allowed to curse?
You can say whatever the hell you want.
Oh, shit, my fault. Yeah, rainy as fuck, man. And I don't even like driving like that, so I was Miss Daisy on that shit. So that's probably why I was a little bit... usually I'd be earlier, but I'm cool.
So are you a rain type of guy, or do you hate that shit?
I mean, I fuck with the rain, but not like constantly. Like, I mean, it's cool when you want to chill inside, you feel me? But, you know...
See, I'm a dude that I like to be outside. I love the sun. I love the heat. I don't like the rain. Like, I can't fuck with the rain. I know we need it, and people always preach to me, the rain is good, the rain is this, the cozy night. I don't give a shit. I don't like the rain.
I like it because it be cold. Like, hot, I'm a sweaty motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. So I be sweating and shit. Shirts be sweaty. Like, damn, bro, I just got out the shower. You feel me?
Then you should be cut up, man. You got a six-pack?
Hell nah. Nah.
Man, you got to start working on that, man.
I got a little... Nope, I ain't gonna lie. I got a note pack. Nope, hell no.
What do you got, like a 2 liter or what?
It's like it's a gallon. You feel me? Like I'm just trying to get it lowered to like something smaller. But we good.
That'll work.
I'm still good. You know what I mean? Healthy.
Seen anything good on TV other than the negativity that we've been seeing?
I don't watch like TV like that. I do, but it's like sports. But sports, well, fuck them shits is over with. TV ain't nothing but like all it is for to scare you right now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it depends what you want to believe. Me, I'm cool. Like I'm music. I'm writing music and I'm doing music. You know, all this free time.
Yeah.
That you know.
Since you mentioned sports, what kind of sports are you a big fan of? Or like what teams?
Lakers, Cowboys, Dodgers, Kings, shit. Everything LA except for the Cowboys is up. I don't fuck with the Rams, you feel me?
The Cowboys, homie.
No disrespect. And
Right.
I never did like the Raiders.
Right.
Never will like the Raiders. My dad, the thing about my family is my dad's a Rams fan. My brother is a Cowboys fan. My other brother's a Chiefs fan. My mom's a Rams fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. So we all divided and, you know, they be some talks in them houses.
Yeah. That'll work. That'll work, man. So, you know what? Today's Sunday. How's your weekend been going? So far, so good, or?
Yeah, I mean, same thing everyone else is doing, I guess. Like, sitting in your house, not really being able to do shit. Like, I skated the other day, but, you know, it was like, it rained a little bit after.
Now, when you say
so
skated,
like,
not rollerblades, right?
Nah, hell nah. Skateboarding. Like,
Oh, okay. Just, I don't know.
I mean, no disrespect to the rollerblades and shit like that, but I'm cool on that.
Okay. You know, it's funny when people say quarantine. It's such a big ass word, you know. You know what I imagine when the news says, stay home, stay quarantined. I imagine a big ass white government room where you're by yourself, only one light. You can't tell if it's light or dark. The door has one window. You're pounding on it. You know, bring my food. That's what I think.
You like this, like
Yes, exactly.
Hey,
All quarantine means is stay home.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's it.
all good, man.
But people think quarantine means you finna die if you don't stay home. You feel me? Like chill. Like I feel you and do what you gotta do. Always stay healthy. And I'm not disrespecting anybody who likes to like feel like they need to do what they need to do. Do that shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, if God got you, God got you. You feel me?
That'll work.
So I walk with God. So
God's our plug, right?
shit, that's my plug.
Dope. So let's jump right into it, man. Speaking about music, growing up, what type of music would you say was played at home?
Shit.
Like, I'm not saying music you played.
Not my,
Right.
not me. Shit, like Pops would play oldies. I'm talking about like oldies. Like he's OG, so like he was on them oldies tough, and Mons was on them oldies plus them little dun, dun, dun. And you know, you be in the Honda, she be, you know, them little old school dance, like poofy hair. You know what I'm saying? When they used to wear them, you know, what are them football player pads? You know, back in the day.
Okay, like the shoulder pads?
Yeah, them shoulder pad days. You
okay.
feel me? When the
Yeah.
ladies used to wear them with them spray, you know what I mean? All that shit. Like,
Aquanet hair and all that.
yeah, so stuff like that, oldies. Like, my pops would listen to rap too, like everything. My pops listen to everything, to be honest with you.
Really?
Like, everything. Used to be in the marrow and just blast whatever you wanted. But mainly, you know, when it was like family gatherings, it was like every weekend, it's oldies, you feel me? Motown, fucking shit. I can't even tell you who it is. So many different artists. I'm like, man.
You know what's funny? I asked that question, but I never really applied to myself. Let me tell you what I mean. I always ask people what kind of music they grew up with. But I wonder if somebody would ask my kids that, what would they say? Because I played everything like from Led Zeppelin. I listened to you know what I'm saying?
Zeppelin, The Doors, Black Sabbath, like, bro, if you're talking about like, but see, you didn't ask me what I played, what is what I grew up to.
Right.
But yeah, I understand what you did. That music you be talking about, man, that's in my blood, man. That's like a lifestyle. You feel me? So,
Yeah, see, now, because I've listened to everything growing up, and my kids will hear everything, whether it would be reggae, whether it be hip hop, whether it be Spanish, and sometimes even gospel music, because I used to love the way this guy's got down on the organ.
Oh yeah,
I used to love that
100%.
type of shit.
That's
you
the
know?
thing about loving music.
Yeah.
You love the instrumentals that go into all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So now, where were you born? Where were you raised?
I was raised in Gardena, California.
Gardena, the
Yeah.
harbor area.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. That's how you want to call it. I call it Gardena, California.
Yo, that'll work, man. That'll work. Call it what you like, but it's still part of the harbor area.
Yeah, 100%.
That'll work.
100%.
And is that where you went to school?
No, I went to school in Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents linked up with some people that would allow me to
Use that address.
use something.
That'll work.
Use some type of hustle to get me in them things. But, you know,
Play any sports growing up?
yeah, football, basketball. I tried
yeah.
baseball, but I wasn't really fucking with baseball.
What would you better at, football or baseball? I mean, basketball.
I was nice at basketball younger, but I was fat. I was like fat kid. So, but I was still nice with it. But then I got to high school. I'm like, damn, these kids is like, yeah, they in shape. I'm like, football, I just got to beat some people up on the line or, you know, tackle. I'm cool with that. So I just stuck to football. Because, you know, I love basketball, though, and I love football. Those are my sports forever.
My son played a lot of football growing up, but he likes basketball. But I always tell kids that are playing football, play basketball as well, because most great quarterbacks in the NFL and in college,
footwork. It's a lot of footwork.
It's a lot of footwork. So they play basketball. They use that basketball footwork.
100%. Shit, do ballet.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's what football players used to do back in the day. They used to do ballet so they can get that footwork. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that, but I'll take your word for it.
Tupac can do ballet. Why can't football players? You feel me?
Okay. That'll work. I never heard that one about Tupac either.
Yeah,
so you just brought revelation to the Rhodium Radio.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, he did that stuff. You can look it up. Documentaries. He said that. You know what I mean? And I hope I didn't make that up, or the documentary done did me dirty. You heard me?
No, all good, man.
I fuck with Pac, so I don't care what he does.
Now, straight out of high school, what was your first job?
It was in high school when I was working Bay Club. I still work there too. I don't even know if they want me to say their name, but it's a gym. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I've been working there for a minute. I work out, man. I'm like a person that probably had like 3 jobs. You feel me? Like.
And why is that? You just always about to hustle or what?
Gotta be. If money don't come, you know, I can't go to the tree and start snipping up 20s and 10s. I got one right outside. Oh, you what?
Hell yeah.
Well, let me get a seed. And
we're going to clip some right during break.
All right. I'm down. Yeah, but yeah, I just like I like money, man. You know what I'm saying? Because money helps me do what I got to do to make CDs, get stickers, and, you know what I'm saying, and studio time, and beats, and rent, and, man, the list goes on. You know how it is.
Beats and rent.
You know how it goes. You know how it goes. You got to pay for everything in this real. Nothing's free.
Okay, now, let me ask you this question. Who would you say, as a youngster, inspired you or motivated you or encouraged you to start writing?
As a youngster, like when I was young, who inspired me?
Like, what was some of the music that you said, you know what?
Like I said, I listened to, before I actually really got into rap like that, I was in a punk band for a little bit.
No shit.
Yeah, because like I said, I went to school by the beaches, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so I grew up to be able to see 2 different aspects of life. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I never thought I'd be able to see, but I liked it. So I enjoyed being a skater, punk, rock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to Led Zeppelin, The Doors, Black Flag, Misfit, DOA, Creedence Clearwater Revival, everybody. Black Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? Circle Jerks, Guns N' Roses, like, the list goes on. I'm listening to that shit every day. Every day I was listening to that shit, and wow. Because there was a point where I stopped listening to rap, because like when I was in elementary school, middle school, it was No Limit days, it was like Death Row days, and every time my parents didn't give a fuck about me having them CDs, but then when I take them bitches from school, they be taking them. Right. What you listen to this at? Yeah, my mom. So why you care? My mom let me. But they would take it. You feel me? I had to go get that shit again. But that was like real music to me. For some reason, I kind of felt like music died off at some point, where it just wasn't relatable to me at that moment. You feel what I'm saying? When rock and roll was, as how I was living my life, and how, like I said, music isn't just something I listen to. It's like a lifestyle to me. You feel me? It's got to be something that I can feel for my soul.
That'll work.
And love to wake up to. You know what I'm saying?
That'll work. So what was some of the first rap groups that you were listening to as a youngster?
Same shit every West Coast kid would listen to. Tupac, you know, NWA. But I'm gonna keep it real. I'll be on like some a lot of South shit, like No Limit shit, Hot Boys, Cash Money shit. Like if you listen to my flow, it's kind of New York shit, Jay-Z shit, like a lot of New York shit. Like, to be honest with you, West Coast is just, you know, everybody, like, you know, all the greats: Snoop, Warren G, Quick, Mac 10, Ice Cube. Man, I got, the list goes on.
Okay,
man.
now
I just love the West Coast. Everybody.
If you had a name, possibly top 3 West Coast artists that you like.
Damn, that's a cold game.
Just give us 3.
I'm gonna put Nipsey up there because Nipsey, like, I was in that era of Nipsey, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, since 2009 and shit is like when I really started making music and doing shit like that. So I just always kind of like followed how he would do shit independently because shit, that's all I had in his grind and how he would do shit, although he was really successful. And it's good to see that, which makes me believe that now I you know, it's possible. But anyways, like, Nipsey's top because I just love his work ethic and I love how he just makes you gonna have to listen to him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And what was the question again?
So Nipsey, and you have 2 more artists. 3, your favorite West Coast, if you will, artists.
Fuck, man, that's cold. Like, who I really be banging like down in the West? Like, I mean, Tupac, because I just love the fact that he's a rebel with a cause. You feel me? That's who I feel like I am. Like, so Tupac, of course.
Okay,
Nipsey too. I like people that like guide you into a direction of being a solid person and good character, morals. So I guess, you know, I'm gonna say Snoop Dogg too because I smoke weed and he be get, you know, he still gives you good music and he's a great person in life and he helps out. You feel me?
If you will, give me 3 East Coast artists. Even if they're
that's
groups.
easy. Jay-Z top. That's not easy because I like Jadakiss a lot. He's underrated to me, but that's the Locks period. But I like Jadakiss a lot. I mean, if we go back in the day, Biggie, of course, just his swag. But like I said, there's a lot of East Coast.
Anybody from down south you care to mention?
Oh yeah, I mean, I fuck with. Back in the day, I fuck with you know, the whole No Limit for sure. That Cash Money. You know, Jeezy, of course, Jeezy, T.I. Like South really is something that I did really fuck with a lot. Like, cause I always felt like my swag was always kind of like, you know, just kind of like on, you know, how they swag be. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, cause like out here it's like, no disrespect, like if you from LA, you finna have people in your family that are gonna be gangsters. You hear me? But I'm not that. You dig what I'm saying? And my parents didn't raise me to want to be anything like that. You heard me? And nor my brothers. My brother got incarcerated for shit like that. You feel me? Had homies that shit happened because, you know what I mean? So it's like I never would wanted to be that. So I liked it. You feel me? But I like music that I'm an entrepreneur. You hear what I'm saying? So I like music that, you know, motivates me to get some, or, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? But I still love me that West Coast shit to the fullest because that's who I am, you feel me? Right. But it's just, you know, I don't portray myself as like a gangster. I'm not a gangster.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of like a motivated entrepreneur. Let's get it. Don't never give up on nothing. Okay. If you believe in it. You hear me?
Okay. When do you recall when you first started writing and creating demos? Around how old were you?
Shit, probably like 16, 17.
16, 17. And were you just rapping off of instrumentals at the time? Or
yeah, because back in the day it was mixtape shit, you feel me? Mixtape shit. So I would just go on YouTube, rip a instrumental that I liked. Like my first one was like To Wasted by Gucci Mane. And that's when people were like, damn, that shit kinda go. But before that, like I said, I had bought this little setup for my room. It cost me like $400. That was a lot of money at the time. I mean, it should be true.
What did that little setup consist of?
That little fucking what is that shit that where you can hook up all this shit, turn the knobs? That, Pro Tools, the mic stand. I had my little laptop. Pretty much everything you needed to record. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I didn't really. All I did was record, doubled it. Ad lib, I would lower the doubles, lower the ad libs, and just try to make it sound as good as possible. I'd throw them things out, like,
okay.
And I'd make like I had like 3 unbroke mixtapes, 1, 2, and 3.
Around what year, if you could remember, you released your first mixtape, if you will?
Damn.
And how many?
Maybe like 09.
And how many songs did that consist of?
Probably like 13, 14 songs.
Now, how was the response when you gave those things away?
That's what made me right here. That's what made me want to keep doing that shit. The response was good. You feel me? I was like, damn, like, y'all think this is straight? They're like, yeah, like, keep doing that shit. And, you know, so I was like, okay. I had the setup, you feel me? Like, I can still keep practicing and practicing. So, like I said, I would just rip beats all day and write and spit, and just put out damn near 50 fucking mixtapes. On my SoundCloud, I got, like, a lot of free music y'all can listen to, at least over 100, you feel me? I dropped my first EP in 2012.
Okay.
So like I said, I was just making music, like just getting out there, like, and people just kept on, like, I would never get like, damn, you fucking suck, or stop doing this shit. It's like, oh shit, like, you kind of good. Like, so that just gave me my confidence, you know what I'm saying? Even if I did get a couple of those, it's like, well, the good I'll be a little sorry shit, so I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Like,
you know, it's funny because I posted those flyers on the YouTube story, okay? And it's not Facebook and it's not Instagram where the most shit talkers are. It's on YouTube. That's where they all show up.
Yeah, that's 100%.
You know, because anybody could be anybody. There could be a guy that calls himself Pancho, or there could be fucking...
They could be El Diablo, bro.
El Diablo. It could be
Shit don't matter
whoever.
to me.
And they'll go on there and they'll talk shit. I like to call them that these are the shit-talking owls. The reason why they call them owls is because they always put who?
Yeah, who?
Yeah, so all I do is just comment an
I ain't
owl
gonna lie, I
emoji.
replied to them shits.
I saw that. I saw that.
It's no who, it's Westcoast Gillie.
Yeah.
Like when they say you just bringing on these people, like just whoever. I feel you. No disrespect. I feel you. Yeah, but if I see me up there, and I'm not gonna call myself a whoever. I'm gonna call myself Westcoast Gillie because that's who I am. Like to you, it's like, you know, you ain't heard of me now, but you're gonna hear about me. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why it's nothing negative. It's just like, I'm gonna let you know, it's not who, it's me. I'm typing, I'm Westcoast Gillie. Right. And I'm gonna let you know who I am because I told you you're gonna hear me. And the thing is, you know, you ain't gotta jump on board now. But the thing is, when people start jumping on board, you gonna look and be like, damn, what's going on that cruise? You might want to jump on now. Right. But and I'll be like, come on, because I told you I'm Westcoast Gillie. I told you that before. I'm not gonna be mad at you because you don't know me now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I might be a nobody you do, but in my eyes, and in any rapper's eyes, you better be a somebody in your eyes. Yeah. Because if you don't, if in this game, if not, keep that shit pushing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself.
You know, let me share with you a little story, okay? What encouraged me to do this was, you probably heard me say this plenty of times. That's what this documentary is about, that we call DOCUMIXERY, about a Japanese man. He used to sell in Gardena at the Rhodium swap meet. Okay, that's where it all started. That's where we got Rhodium radio from the Rhodium swap meet or open air flea market or whatever.
Yeah, I used to go to Rhodium all the time.
Okay, now here's the thing about him. Not only did he support like artists that had record deals at the time, but also supported a lot of independent artists. So I took that mentality that he had and brought it to this podcast platform to give everybody an opportunity, whether you have a major record deal and you want to come on here, or whether you're an independent artist that nobody's heard of. Keep in mind that everybody from NWA to Young MC to Tone Loc to Mellow Mayonnaise, all of these guys at one point were independent artists.
How is she gonna start?
Exactly. Yeah, but now the thing is that you have people that
aren't patient.
Exactly.
They want the NBA player. Exactly. I don't want to see the college player. And I'm like that, and I'm like that with basketball. I don't want to see the college player. I want to see you playing the NBA. I feel that. But at the same time, if I'm the college player, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to show you why I'm #1 draft pick next year. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And now you're going to know who I am.
Exactly.
And that's, you know, like I said, I can't be mad at people who you're not going to know me. Right. But the thing is, how you going to know someone if you don't know them? Right. You got to try and get to know something about them. Do your research. Listen to a song. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called history. Yes. Research that shit.
Absolutely. You got to start somewhere. And the thing is, you're always going to have people critiquing. That's fine. It comes with the territory.
I love it, though.
You know,
I love it, though. Good. Because it's like, you know, I don't even get mad at that. Critiquing is like, cool. I'm an artist. I'm going to do it. I'm pretty sure like Picasso wasn't like, damn, you told me I'm going to do this shit. Mozart wasn't like, nah, bro, people, like if you're an artist, you do it, you're going to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? If you let something influence you, it's like, well, now you're doing what they want. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it for yourself. I do everything for myself with this music.
Right.
And like I said, if you want to come along and you like it and we going through the same thing and you understand what we talking about and we both, you know, it's positive and we good, let's go. If you don't like it, hey, I'm sorry, man. Maybe the next one you'll like.
Right.
If not that one, then, hey, you know.
Well, that's a good mindset to have, you know. When you first started releasing your first mixtape, did you have a problem or coming up with a good rapper name?
Well, no. Because, like, before, like, I was Gilly. Like, on the block, I'm Gilly. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, they used to call me Gilly Hustle because, you know, I like to get money and play dice and do shit and do shit like that. But, nah, man, I was just always Gilly. So I was like, man, Gilly. But then I would look like, people try to look my shit up. Gilly be Gilly the Kid. Gilly the Kid. I'm like, nah, man, we can't have that no more. So I put West Coast in front of it. So when you do look it up, it's just West Coast Gillie. So,
it worked.
Yeah, I mean, and it worked. And I'm like, yeah. So it's West Coast because I love it. You feel me? I love the West Coast. I might not be your stereotypical West Coast motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm West Coast to the day I die.
That'll work.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, check this out. We're going to go ahead and take a break. 10-minute break. We're going to come right back. If you want a beer, I got some beer. If you want to take some shots, we got to take some shots.
Shit, you
or
know.
if you want to go outside and take a smoke, you can do that too.
I want it all.
That'll work.
Like
so here's
the song said.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take a little break. And I want to talk about how you met Misfit and when you dropped your first EP. Cool?
100%.
All right, everybody. We'll be back with Westcoast Gillie. We're going to take a 10-minute break, so make sure to call somebody, text somebody, page somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Westcoast Gillie is in the building. Okay? Once again, we're going to be coming out with a quarantine coupon. Okay? And I'm being sarcastic, but we are going to come out with something where you can get a discount order while you're at home doing nothing, getting fat, eating all the hot Takis, and drinking Red Bulls, and looking like a blob. Okay? Get in shape, work out, be smart, stay in school. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Ice Cube getting dumb at the Roadium with the funky drum, and you know my man Steve can get some. With a fool like Tony A when he plays stupid dope shit by WA. You wanna spray? Dumb motherfuckers, no doubt. And sucker DJ, get the fuck out. Tony A.
What did you say your name was?
Tony A.
Lights, cameras, action sound. Give me that mic, I'm about to go down. Thinking of a master plan.
This story's funny. I met this girl and she had money.
What it do, it's Mr. Little One chilling on Rhodium Radio with the one and only Tony A and John motherfucking Elkins, boy.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Mr. Shadow. You're watching Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. You know what time it is.
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Night Owl, and you're listening to Roadium Radio with the legendary Tony A the motherfucking Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? Nosotros somos Aqua y estamos aquí con Tony A the Wizard. You know Rhodium Radio, damn it. You know what it is.
Yo, what up? This is Mellow Man Ace and Padrino, and you tuned in to Rhodium Radio with my man Tony A. Keep it locked.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Arabian Prince from the world's most dangerous group, NWA. Sitting here with my boy Tony A the Wizard on Rhodium Radio.
What's up? This is Esther Dazzle, Spanish Fly, Harbor Area's finest. Tune in to Tony A on Rhodium Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Magic Girl, and you are now listening to Rhodium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what's up? This is Bozo, aka Emiliano. You tune into Rhodium Radio on Tony Vision's YouTube channel. Let's get it.
What up? It's Mr. Soto. You guys are now in tune to Rhodium Radio right here on Tony Vision on YouTube. Yep. Check it out. This is MC Poncho on the MIC. Shout out to Tony A the Wizard, Rhodium Radio. You already know.
What up, this is DJ Trick, Spanish Fly, and you're watching Tony A on the Rhodium Radio Show.
Big G, Rhodium Radio, Tony A in full effect. Stay tuned, watch, listen. That's how we doing it over here.
Yo, what up? I'm out here. This Big Daddy Swoles. I'm jamming with my man, Tony A the Wizard, out here on Rhodium Radio. The podcast is off the hook. Check us out.
This is DJ Clientele, and you are listening to Rhodium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yeah, this Baby Bounce here with Tony A the Wizard. You are now tuned in to the Rhodium Radio. We do it for the people. You hear me?
Mic check. Ernie G from Proper Dos, and I'm listening to Tony A the motherfucking Wizard on Rhodium Radio. And if you don't know, you should know.
What's up, everybody? This is Soren Baker. I'm the author of the book, The History of Gangster Rap, in stores now worldwide. And you're listening to Rhodium Radio, hosted by Tony A. Make sure to check it out. We talk about the Rhodium mixtapes. We're here. Soren Baker, Rhodium Radio.
Y'all, this is Rudy Gregg, and I'm chilling with Tony the Wizard on Rhodium Radio.
Yo, this is Daniel Jones, the D to the motherfucking G Media Clips. Here with your boy, Tony A the Wizard on the Rhodium Radio Show.
Hey, this is Swifty Blue. I'm right here at Rhodium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Stay tuned.
It's the KAS here live on Rhodium Radio with the one and only Tony A the Wizard.
What up, y'all? This is Kiki Smooth, the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, rich and ruthless, and you're listening to the Rhodium Radio with Tony A, the Grand Wizard, El Mago himself. Hey, Compton's in the house.
What's up? It's Quite the Yes Guy with my harbor out and got homeboy Tony A the Wizard on Rhodium Radio. Yes, Guy.
Hey, what's up, gente? It's your homeboy Duende. You're tuned into Rhodium Radio with my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. Ya te la sabes, wey.
What up? It's your boy Baldachi the Beast, F for Music, Face of LA, right here at Rhodium Radio. Make sure y'all tune in. Your boy Tony A the Wizard. Brah.
What's up? This is DJ Dominator, and you're listening to Tony A on Rhodium Radio.
This is Kelvin Anderson, owner of the world famous VIP Records, and you listen to my man Tony A the Wizard on Rhodium Radio.
Yeah, what up? It's Lil Black, you the brown super baller, and you checking out Rhodium Radio with the homeboy Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Big Wicked, Real Ones Apparel, Orange County. I here with my boy Tony A the Wizard, Rhodium Radio. Y'all make sure to peep it. Peace.
Que tranza raza, aquí su servidor, Sinful and Pecador, and you listening to Rhodium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard.
Check. What's up? It's your boy Capital I Man from the Mexican Crew. And you're tuning into Rhodium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard. This motherfucker's a legend. Bow!
What's up, y'all? This is Christy Glove, and you're watching the Rhodium Radio Show on Tony Vision on YouTube.
What's up? This is Mr. D on Rhodium Radio, kicking back with the homeboy Tony A.
Yo, what's up? This is John motherfucking Elkins, and you're tuned into Rhodium Radio with my homeboy DJ Tony A the Wizard.
What up, West Coast and all hip-hop fans? This is your girl, Violet Brown, and I'm here with Tony A the Wizard. And if you're rolling with us right now, that means that you love West Coast hip-hop. And if you want to know the real deal from the real players, the real people behind the scenes, you better pick up Tony's new film, Roadium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY. You get it by going to DOCUMIXERY.com. You better get this, and I want to do a special shout out and a rest in peace to my man Steve YANO. I'm out.
Heard about this young kid from the Harbor area named Tony A, and he was a DJ, Holmes, and he was going in with the
with the big stars, you know what I'm saying? And it was like one of us going in and infiltrating inside of all these MCs, you know what I'm saying?
A Rhodium mixtape is just mixed of different types of music, no matter what genre it is. And like I said, it's like making your own musical movie.
When La Raza came out, man, even the amount of sales of the single of La Raza that got moved out of the Rhodium was crazy, bro. And that song just got played and was played in all the stands over there. And I was blessed to go back one time even to see it, and I want to say in 91 or 92.
Although they were not black, they were Oriental, Asian, whatever you want to call them, they were cool. And they embraced everybody, blacks, Latinos, whoever came to the swap meet to want to buy music, they were record people.
Hey Tony, drop that what bass? I bet. My name is the Croft, the C-R-A-W-F-O-R-D, the poet high C. Tony A. the Wizard, just as cool as a blizzard, sticking out his tongue, stabbing pussy like a lizard. Ooh, I'm sorry, homie, I didn't mean to say that. Steve is in the house, come on, won't you play that funky dope beat? You know you gotta throw me some Stanless ass crop coming straight from the Rhodium.
You are now about to witness
Tony A. Get funky. Tell them where you from. You don't think I'm living, well, fuck you. Who's on Saturday night in LA? Yo, feeling kinda funky. Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. What the hell are you looking for? Can a young man make money anymore? Where my jewels are like freaking on the floor? Or is it my job to make sure I'm poor? Disruption, disorder, who nourish, not justify. Those that live at the FBI, look at mama's baby.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rhodium Radio, episode 44. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and chilling with us. I hope you guys got something to drink. I hope you guys got like some chips or popcorn with your feet kicked up. You guys are quarantined up, chilling, watching Rhodium Radio. Once again, I got to plug it in. Rhodium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY. 3 hours of West Coast hip-hop. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee you. Money back guaranteed. If you don't like it, John Elkins will pay you back out of his pocket. Okay? So let's go ahead and continue with West Coast Gillie in the motherfucking building.
Hello.
So I got you a little shot. I got you a Corona without the virus. Hope you enjoy. You had a little puff outside. You feeling good?
Oh yeah, I'm always feeling good, man. I'm always feeling good, man.
That'll work. Okay, so now you dropped, if I'm correct, a couple of mixtapes on your own. Mm-hmm. Now, when I say on your own, you were just burning these and you just giving them out yourself?
Yeah, I literally bought this like first of all, I burnt them, and then I bought this thing where you can press the art cover on that shit,
right?
And then whatever you had to do to make a CD, I
right.
did that. You feel what I'm saying? Like
right.
I had this whole little process thing and stickers to put on it and all this other shit. Like, yeah. And I would do that shit for like hours just in my room, just 1, 2, like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just doing it by myself. Like,
and obviously the response was good. From what you were telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work. Now let me ask you a question.
Don't get me wrong, it was the quality and production was boo-boo, but the effort and the like really going for it was there. So that's what made it,
okay,
easier to listen to. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Now, so once again, I was saying the response was good. People would give you great feedback, and you continued. So you never had another name before West Coast Gillie, if I'm correct. You said it was
just Gillie.
It was just Gillie, and then you added the West Coast because people were already pretty much taking that name.
Yeah.
Now, when you started getting into production, who started producing your beats first? Was it always you? Were you reaching out to people? Or
no, I don't do beats. I just get them from people.
Okay.
Like my first. Like I said, actual getting beats off of the mixtape shit.
Yeah.
Like, so once I stopped that whole ripping shit, like I would get beats from people. Like I would lease them or I would buy them, depending on if I liked it or not.
Okay.
But like I would just get them from different producers. You know what I'm saying? I worked on my first EP with one producer. We did like 9 songs. Maybe
what producer was this? You care to give him a shout out?
Bro, I'm gonna keep it true. I think I forgot his name, but I know I don't want him to give. I mean, his government name.
No,
like,
right, all good.
You feel me? So like, it was so long, bro. It's in 2012,
right?
2011 when we probably made it, and my brain is not that great.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question because I don't know. So you're gonna teach me something here.
Yeah.
Okay. You said I used to lease beats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I take this shot?
Take it. Sip on it, whatever you want. Okay. Now, when you said you used to lease beats, what exactly does that mean? Is that like rent to own or something, or what?
So like when you lease a beat, you can pay them from like whatever they want, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, depending on how the beat is. You lease that shit, you get, I guess, like if you read, I bet you a lot of people don't read the shit that they send them. That's why they get sued later on. But if you read what they say, you only get like 10,000 streams, 10,000. You know, it's certain. You only get limited shit before you have to start paying dude.
Oh,
you feel me? Or making an exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't just blow up off this shit and have 1 million views on YouTube or sell all this and do shows and dude ain't getting shit from me. You hear what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like just because at least I didn't buy the exclusive, you know what I'm saying? So that's not my beat, you know what I'm saying? I would have to buy it, you feel me?
I see what you're saying. Now, can he lease that same beat to somebody else?
You can lease it to 70,000 people if you wanted to. That's why I said this is crazy. That's why I would just give it. It's like to me it was it was still mixtapes, but it was beats that people I know wouldn't have heard. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's just too many people out there. You feel me? And even if they did, I would feel like my shit was gonna be better anyways, and that's just the competition in me.
Right.
But it's like I would rather have them hear something that they never heard on this guy's beat or that guy's beat, and be that's like to them they sound that's the original beat, which it would be an original beat to them, but it would still be a mixtape because it's not exclusives. You feel me? It's not what's on iTunes. It's not Never Surrender. You feel me?
Okay.
Like those are all exclusives where you got to pay big, big dollars to get shit like that.
The reason why I asked is because in this rap game today, I would hear people say, "Oh, I leased that beat." I never understood that, bro, because back then, I'm talking about 80s and 90s. You paid somebody to make a beat for you, you know.
You can still do that. You can still pay them for sure. But leasing, because now how you can go on the internet now, bro, and they got catalogs. You go to BeatStars. I'm not even trying to put a plug in, but you go there to some shit like that, and then they got thousands and thousands of people that made beats and they upload it to that site. So you look up whoever you like, this, that, and the third. There's all this shit you can do. So now it's like people got catalogs where it's like you go to that site, you can lease it, or you can just, there's different types of things. You can lease it with an MP3, or you can lease it with the Wave, or you can get the exclusive with the track out saying Wave, and it's yours.
Okay, for me to get a better understanding, and for the public to get a better understanding, who might be old school like me, and kind of understanding this new school game, what's the most you ever paid for a beat?
Stupid. Stupid, bro. Yeah. Probably like 2 racks for some stupid shit. But it's not stupid. It's an investment because I swear to this day it's gonna be a hit. And the song is called, can I look at it? The song is called Big Deal, bro. It was in 2000, don't worry about it, but that song is just the marketing, bro. But trust me, I paid a lot for that shit, you feel me? Where it's like I probably could have got like 4 other bangers, you feel me? But I felt so good, and then I felt like shit was going right at the time. Though. That's my beat.
Okay.
And like I said to everybody, to the day I die, that is always gonna be played in the show because I paid too much money for that thing to go. You feel what I'm saying? Like
now, what's the least you ever paid for a beat?
Shit, like an exclusive?
Yeah,
Oh, an exclusive. I mean, you get people that send them shit for like 25, 30.
Now we're talking about $25.
Dolaritos.
Wow. Shit.
Yeah, because you know why? People gotta understand this. If you're gonna sit on 1 million beats and make no money, what like if someone wants something for $30, why? It's like when you go. Have you ever seen American Pickers? All them hoarders, they got them shit. They don't want to let shit go, but you 60. Okay, here, take that. I don't really need it. I got 17 more thousand of these ones. It's like, come on, man. Why don't hoard a beat? What you gonna hoard a beat for? This shit is meant for people to get on. Let me get on it. Like, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna give you whatever you want. But don't hoard it, because what's the point of making shit? Unless you don't, if you don't, that means you don't love the game. You just doing it for a hobby. But if you're gonna do it for a hobby, don't put that shit out there, man, because you're messing up a lane for someone who really loves to do this shit and is willing to sacrifice that $30 little
right
to get $300,000. If I'm like, yo, we got it, you heard me, and
right.
now I'm working with him, and now he living. But people don't understand, man. Like, they don't like to work and like to work with people.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. You know, years ago, some dude tried to come up to me and try to tell me that, give me your beats for $20. And I said, dude, your broke Jedi mind tricks are not going to work on me. I'm not going to sell you beats for $25. And I think that's why, the reason why I got out of the game, because the cheapest I ever sold a beat, this is the truth.
But look what your level is, though.
Well, hold on.
It's a level to this shit, and you higher than the dude that's sitting in his basement that got no bread. Mama ain't giving him no cheese, and he probably ain't got no job because this is his dream. $30 is like, what? And I'm like, yo, I kind of want 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh shit, here you go. Thank you. You made money, and I made a song for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a win-win.
Well, it might be a win-win for the new generation rappers, but they don't realize the work that I put into it. For an example,
I feel you.
Let me just give you a quick example. Back then, a 2-inch reel tape cost about $125. It was 15 minutes long. You fit about 3 songs on them. Then I got to do the beat on my SP1200. Then I got to hire an engineer, get studio time. Then I got to get a musician. All those people got to get paid. I'm already possibly $1,000, $1,200 in the hole. That's why I got to charge my $2,500.
But see, that was back in the day when you really had to work to make a fucking beat. You heard what I'm saying?
Right.
I can go in here and make a beat and throw that shit on the laptop and tune that bitch up, and it'd be cool.
Dollar beats. There you go.
But them dollar beats, if you work them right, can make you $100,000. And now to this kid that I got that beat for $20. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna keep fucking with you. Now, since you were solid to me, I'm gonna be solid back. Here's 5,000. Instead of that 5, you want 5? Here's 5,000, bro. Cause I know we finna smash on that, and we gonna double it. So it's like it's help people, like just help.
Well, I'm down to help people.
Good deeds will come back to people that help. Because unless you're like, don't work with greedy people. I'm not greedy. You feel what I'm saying? I'll pay if people want. Like I said, I paid for that. I paid 1,000, 800, 500, 700. Like, you used to ask me the least. I paid the least was 25. I'm not gonna be mad at that. I like to be 25 and have it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
That'll work.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll pay because I understand the grind.
Right.
As an artist myself, I have to pay a lot of money to get to where to even step in that booth, then spit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get the beat, then I gotta get the exclusive.
Right.
Then I gotta go to the studio, pay for hourly time. Then I gotta pay for mix and mastering. Then I gotta pay for putting that shit on, whatever it is. I gotta pay. And I might get $0 out of that shit. But you know what?
You love the music.
I love the music.
So tell me, when did you first meet Misfit Soto?
Last year, probably like 7 months ago. Yeah, then my primo, like, and yeah, he's Misfit, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. He's talented, dog. Like, and this ain't on some, like, you know, it's like on some real shit, bro. Like, that's why I fuck with him. You feel me?
Right.
Big time. I see the talent in him.
Right.
It's tremendous. It's not what your average, whatever you think his average is, bro. That's not it. You heard me? Like, I know his limits, and it's stupid. And that's why, like, I be telling them, bro.
We all be telling
I be getting them. I be getting, like, and he might not even like it. He might be, man, shut the fuck up. But I had to do that because when I see something that I feel like someone has, I don't give a fuck. I'll be annoying to tell you that you got it, bro. I just want you to really see it. Like, you have just, that's you, bro.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? First time I ever heard of you, it was just as of recent when that video first came out that you did with Misfit in front of that liquor store. What was it called?
Ball Out.
That one right there.
Yeah.
That one. I really, really liked it because my boy Alex was always talking about, you got to get Westcoast Gillie, you got to get Westcoast Gillie.
That's why I fuck with Alex.
Yeah, he's on the come up. This guy believes in a lot of different artists, but there's only a few.
1,000.
There's only a few that he's really, really pushed, and one of them was you. Okay, you got to check him out. So he will send me shit all day long. He'd be getting annoying as fuck, but he'd be blowing me up, sending me shit. But I love the dude. And then I came across that one with you. And I was like, this shit right here. And I'm going to tell you why I liked it. Because it was different. Okay. And everybody in here knows me that I like different. You weren't rapping like, I even asked you, do you consider yourself a rapper? Because I thought it was almost like a rap singing type of style.
Yeah, 100.
You know, and that's what sets you not necessarily better than anybody, but different from everybody. And I like different.
Yeah.
And with Misfit on there, I just thought it was a dope collab.
That's what I tell man, look, and it's no disrespect, and it's not even about being cockiness. I always tell Misfit, bro, if we get on the beat, bro, it's like Kobe and Shaq, bro, because what we have is real vision for real music. It's not just some like butter up, let's just make a song. Nah, bro, like we can really make something dope. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because like I said, bro, it's like the lane that he has so many different lanes, and I can drive in all of them lanes, and so it just makes it that much easier. You know what I'm saying? And when you can collab with someone and have a good connection in the studio, and not, you know, no arguments, not everything's just Gucci, you straight, bro. All you can make is good music.
Right.
But like I said, I always tell him, man, like, he got it. He got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you something. It's something that we were talking about during the break. You being a Chicano from the Harbor area, from the city of Gardena.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did anybody ever, I guess without ever even listening to your music, but knowing you were Chicano, ever say, hey, are you a Chicano rapper, or confused you with a Chicano rapper?
No. No one ever confused me with the Chicano rapper, because they wouldn't even, if I were to show them a rap, they wouldn't even know it's me. They'd be like, oh, are you black? This sounds like a black person. I'm like, nah, this is me. I'm rapping like this. What? You sound like, yeah, like, what you mean? What is that? How does a black person sound? I don't understand that. I just rap. But I don't like Chicano rap. Like, I understand how they do it too. You feel me? But that's just, I was, you know, I don't hate on it. You know what I'm saying? That's you know, that's just their lane. I'm not, you know, I don't want it to be confused with me trying to take a lane that they already established. I'm just trying to do me, and
you're on your own lane.
That's it.
You know, it's funny. I'm glad you said that people would say, what? That's you? Like, I would have thought you were black, if you will.
100%.
People would have thought that. You know, it's funny because at one point, and I say at one point because I'm not there now. I can be, but I was a good, really, really good DJ. Cutting and scratching. Nobody would have ever have said back then, wow, you scratch like a black guy.
1,000.
You know, nobody would ever say
just say you nice.
You dope. Okay?
You nice with it, bro.
Right. So I just think sometimes when our people have talent, they almost say two things: Chicano rapper or you want to be black, and
100,
it's not.
100.
If you're talented, use it, flaunt it, work it. You know what I'm saying?
We human, dog. You know what I'm saying? If I'm like, what am I gonna say? Like, yeah, I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican, bro. Like, but I'm a fucking human being. You heard what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, how does a person talk? How does a person walk? How does this race talk? How does that? Like, it is like, where you from is where you from.
Right.
Like, you pick up what's from your surroundings. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you a human being, you're a fucking human being. Ain't no one got it. Like, a Mexican can talk like a so-called white guy. A white guy can talk like a Mexican. But what's the stereotype of that? Well, how am I? Oh, the last say what's the fuck? Is that how I'm supposed to talk? Because I'm Mexican? Like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm Mexican don't mean I have to
sound a certain
be these things that you think. I don't gotta wear high socks with Dickies and flannel shirts and, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to that. I'm not a gangbanger like that. And no disrespect to that. You feel me? It's just no disrespect to nobody. But that's just not me. And I don't want you to stereotype me as what you think this person has to be. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's no truth in it, bro.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we from where we from, and we get it from our neighbors.
Right.
And our cousins. And other, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's a fucking wannabe. I'm keeping it real. Everybody want to be. It's just like who do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be a leader? You want to be a follower?
Okay, and who do you want to be?
I'm a leader.
That's right. That's good.
That's not who I am. A leader, because I'm trying to move you into the right way, direct you into the right positive way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to think you have to be stuck in this Dickies and Cortez, and when you can really be a fucking scientist, a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, you can be these things that people might say you can never be. No, why is that?
Right.
You your own brain. You use it.
That'll work.
It's hard to, because of the noise.
Right.
That's the hardest thing. But the thing about it is, like, understand this, man. If he can do it, you can do it. How hard you want it, though?
Right. How hard do you want it? You got to work for it. We were also talking about during break when you released your first EP. What year was that?
2011.
2011.
Yeah.
And what was the name of that EP?
Real Music.
Real Music. For
Yeah.
people that may not know. Now
that went under Gilly, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you have? About 6, 7 songs?
Probably so, like 9.
Okay. And who produced that?
Man, I forgot his name, but it's Esteban. I know his name is Esteban. He don't do that shit no more, but he fucked with me. But that shit was expensive like a bitch too. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, what was the response of your first EP?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good. That's why I keep rapping. Until my response is like, yo, quit, I'm gonna be like, nah. You feel me? I ain't gonna quit still. But still, like I said, it's like, keep rapping. Like, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like,
okay. Now, when that dropped, how long was it that you dropped something else?
That's the thing about it. Like, people tell me I gotta stop dropping things so goddamn much. But I just would drop and drop and drop, whatever.
Okay.
I make a song and drop. Because people think this. You make a lot of music, but you're putting out trash. But what people don't understand is sometimes people have a process of this. Bro, I've been going through all these beats for months. And I pick which ones I knew that I want. So I made a song to each one of these things for months. That can be 16 songs I wrote in 2-3 months. It just so happened to be it took me 3 days to get that song out because I'm ready and prepared to go to the studio and make this shit work.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, don't know. It's like, don't put out a lot of music, but put out a lot of music that you've been working on and been putting pressure on and real wisdom and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, put out music. Just like beat makers. Look, put out beats. Let people rap on them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, we're all gonna benefit, man. Everyone benefits if you come together. You dig what I'm saying?
I believe that.
If you're gonna tell me 2 brands are better than one, why can't 15,000 brains be better than one? You know what I'm saying? Good brains. Depending. There's always one rotten apple. I can feel that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? If we all work together, it is what it is. Whatever rap, Chicano rap, you would trap rap, self rap, fuck it, work, man. Let that shit go, work. Why not? What do you got to lose?
Let me ask you a question. Do you write all your own lyrics?
Hell yeah, that's what I pride myself of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel? Do you look at an artist differently if, let's just say, an artist without mentioning their name that you might have looked up to?
No.
And then you find out.
I already know you're talking about.
No, hold on.
Okay,
I'm not going to
okay.
mention no names.
Okay.
Just say any artist, whether it be East Coast or West Coast, and you find out later on that he just had a bunch of ghostwriters.
100.
Would you lose respect for that guy?
No, because you got you got to understand everyone has ghostwriters in this game. You feel me? Okay. If you make a hit, you make a hit, man. You made that song. I know it was in your bars. Some people respected me personally. I'm not gonna sit and be like, man, bash him and shit. But I'm be like, yo, that's like, I don't do it. I don't do that. You could. It worked. You feel me? But I respect the game. It depends how much you respect the game. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I will never, ever in my life have a ghostwriter in my life. But if you have it, you know, bro, everyone has ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? Dre had ghostwriters, and look at the Chronic. What would that shit do?
Would you ever get offended if somebody walked up to you and said, hey, man, I want to write for you?
I want to get offended. I'd be like, nah, I'm good, though. Thanks, though, dog. I'd be like, nah, I'm straight. Thank you. I'd be like, but if you need help, I can get you if you want. Like, I don't mind ghostwriting for people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's an exercise. Ghostwriters probably get paid more money than the artists to keep it true.
Sometimes if they get paid.
They're gonna get paid.
I mean, because I know Drake had a bunch of ghostwriters, and a lot of those guys never got paid.
So you know, that's a Cash Money thing. No, I'm just playing. I love Cash Money. Cash Money, they what's up? Shout out to Cash Money West too. I heard they got some shit popping, Blueface and all them.
Well, since you're saying that they got the shit popping, what do you got popping? What can people expect from you soon? What are you working on?
A lot of shit.
When is it dropping?
A lot of shit. So I just did a video earlier today with LA Icon, called "Don't Need." Never Surrender EP's out right now. I'm already almost halfway done with my new EP. I don't know what to call it yet. Usually I just, you know, whenever it comes in and how I feel, I do that. But I got so much music. It's just like sometimes I gotta be like, you know, how do I want to put it out? You feel me? Because now, like I said, I always want to put out music, but now I'm at a time where I gotta think about shit like that, really, because, you know, I don't know, because I want my shit to be appreciated, bro.
Right.
I mean, like, I need my shit to be appreciated, like, but it will be. You know, it's just a matter, like I said, it's all about when people want to hear somebody.
Okay.
And they jump on.
So you got an EP out right now, and they can hear it or get it where?
Everywhere, all platforms.
All platforms. Okay, what's your YouTube page?
Westcoast Gillie.
Westcoast Gillie. And they can actually see that video, the one I was talking about with you and Misfit.
100%.
Okay. And you're working on something now. You say you're halfway done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you gonna be doing a lot more visuals as well?
That's mainly what I'm trying to do this whole year is visuals. I've got so much music that all I need is visuals now. You feel me?
Now shows. Are you performing anywhere soon where people can see you? Well, I know we got this bullshit going on right now, but
that I am trying to get to shows 100%.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that should be hard too. You know, depending on what's going on, but. Definitely try. I did some earlier this year, but yeah, I'm always trying to do more shows, bro.
Now let me ask you this. It might be a silly question, but I ask it for a reason.
Silly, man. It's none silly.
Do you like performing?
I do, but I'd be happy as fuck when it's over with, because I'd be like, damn, man, like, cause I'm a type of motherfucker I'm so like what's that word, like, where you really are on yourself, like I'm so judged, like, man, damn, I fuck, like, cause I know I'd be fucking up, and I hate that. You hear me? I'd be fucking up because what I really need to do is really start practicing. You feel me? Because I'm like I said, I get in punk mode, rock and roll mode. I'm just out there. You heard me? I'm gonna do what I do. If I know it, if I fuck up, I'm gonna freestyle. If not, they ain't gonna understand. But you know, they're not gonna know the difference. But I do need to start practicing more. I love shows. I love shows. You feel me? I love shows. It's just, you know, it does feel good when it's over with, because it's like, you know, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did it. You know what I'm saying? You did it.
Okay. Well, at this time, man, because we come to the end, any shout outs you want to give, anything else you want the public to know, go ahead and do it now.
Shout out family. That's all my family, all my homies. Shout out everybody in here. Shout out everybody that's, you know, chasing their dreams. Stop doubting yourself, believe in yourself. Don't listen to what people think. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to your heart, keep going for it. Shit, love your family, and shit, be you to the fullest, man. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything positive, bro, because I mean, that negative shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's it.
That'll work. Westcoast Gillie, y'all. Be looking out for him. You could reach him on his Instagram. That's up on the screen. If I'm correct, you're also on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And YouTube. And once again, you can get his music on all platforms. So once again, be looking out for his new stuff. And go check out that video that he did with Misfit Soto on YouTube. I thought that fucking song was dope.
Check out everything. WestcoastGillie.com. Google Westcoast Gillie. Everything. Just check it out. Check it out, man. Let's
check it out.
Let's all fuck with each other too. Like, let's all make moves with each other. And no matter what you do, any type of rap, let's just make music and make the best music that we can. That's it.
That'll work. Okay, everybody, check this out. We're gonna go ahead and go to break. Rhodium Radio episode 44. I'm about to go fix me a michelada. Probably take a shot or two with my next guest. You guys are gonna want to tune in for my next guest. Call somebody, text somebody, break a bottle over somebody's fucking head, and let them know that Oak Creep is in the motherfucking building. OC, Orange County, City of Orange, stand up. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Just do 1 2 1 2. Right about now, Easy E and Dr. Dre's in the motherfucking house.
Times are getting crazy, it's really hard to choose it. The Rhodium's a spot to get funky, fresh music. Easy motherfucking E and my homeboy Dr. Dre. MC Ren is in effect, and you know we don't play. The Rhodium is hitting, but you know you can't leave until you get a deaf ass tape from Steve. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape.
Yeah, man, I came all the way down to the Rhodium spot beat, man, to pick up one of them NWA tapes, man. And I talked to homeboy Steve down there, man, and he said I'm fresh out of tapes, man. How the fuck you fresh out of tapes, man? He said cause they selling like hotcakes and shit, man. That's my man throwing down. Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Night Owl, and I'm chilling right here with John motherfucking Elkins. Beware, motherfuckers, cause we coming.
Wow. The instrumentation of, or the importance of the Rhodium Swap Meet and the mixtapes in the careers of Eazy-E and NWA and Dre and Yella and a lot of other folks too, even Battle Cat, you know, was very, very high because, again, they needed an outlet, particularly when people weren't really checking for them and that sound that they were trying to create elsewhere. At the Roadium, you had at least a way to sort of mass market your stuff and have people listen to it and give it an opportunity and give it a chance. And because Steve believed in and already had a relationship with Dre and Yella, he was more open to allow them to do that. And they were doing mixtapes for him too. Dre was doing them, Yella was doing them. So you could squeeze in, or they could squeeze in or sneak in some of that NWA stuff. So when people bought the mixtapes and they heard the songs in there, yo, what's that song? It's dope, I want to hear that again. So it was a way to really market NWA and market the material that they had that wasn't getting, you know, let's say the radio play or getting the distribution that it needed at that time. You know, Steve is definitely a part of the beginning, and he was there, gave everybody a voice, and that was in the beginning. It gave everybody inspiration to want to do more, like you, made you want to do more, like me, made me want to do more, like Q, everybody, Ren. It goes down. The list is so long on how the Roadium Swap Meet inspired people to be able to put music out because people couldn't put music out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you get your little song and you put it on the Roadium Swap Meet, it'd be all over LA. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to press up no records back in there. But you did, but if you got them to Steve, they would be on the mixtape because he would put them on the mixtape. And I remember he was bringing the big crate and Steve, you know, you get the crate and put them diamond style. And he would pick them up, give them to Drake, 4-track. They had the 4-track right there. And Steve would just sit there the whole day. They sit there the whole day. So I just remember that. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff happened back then. You know, we went our separate ways, you know. But at some point, you know, I still always remember. It's like your first grade teacher. You know her name.
Yo, right about now, Dr. Dre is in effect. Cold tearing shit up with my man Steve at the Rhodium Swap Meet. And we here to lay it on the line. To all them sucker niggas out there claiming our tapes and shit, we just got one thing to say.
Look at you, boy, your ass is mine. Look at you, boy, your ass is mine. Look at you, boy, your ass is mine. Yeah! Now my name is Dr. Dre. Got the baby. Now my name is Dr. Dre. Now my name is Dr. Dre. Now my name is Dr. Dre. Wick to a party in West LA. Wanna learn a new dance, that's what you say. Well, here's a new dance that can't be matched, so just step to the floor and do the cabin. Here it come, here it come, here it kitty come, come. Here it come, here it come, here it kitty come, come.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rhodium Radio episode 44. And somebody asked, why are the breaks so long? See, because that gives you a chance to go take a crap, go make some nachos, make a michelada, you know, clap some cheeks, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I saw people commenting negative, positive, keep it up. That shit is fucking hilarious, seriously. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, the Rhodium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY, you won't be disappointed. I know somebody's probably saying again. Yes, again. Okay. But you know what? Before I introduce my next guest, let me say this. I got so much love for Orange County, for the city of Orange. Okay. And my next guest is somebody that is very, very well known in the city of Orange. And I'm glad that I have him here in the harbor area of my neighborhood, the city of Wilmington, representing Orange County. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce OC Creep. How you doing, my brother?
What's good, Tony? How you doing, bro?
Well, you know what? I'm trying to hang in there because I already said it, and I'm a party pooper. I hate the rain.
Yeah, the rain sucks. The drive over here really was awful.
Did you guys have to go slow?
Yeah, the few times I think we hydroplaned, you know?
Uh-huh.
And we had to hit the brakes a little bit, try to stay in the middle of the freeway so we didn't spin out and shit, you know?
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what usually happens when you're drinking and driving. So.
Well, you know, it was minus the alcohol this time, though, you know what I mean?
Okay. That'll work. So, you know what? My boy, Westcoast Gillie, was here, and I asked him a couple of questions as far as seen any good movies lately, man.
Oh, I constantly watch movies. I'm a big movie buff. So
Same here.
I'm watching about 3 or 4 movies a day if possible. Last movie we watched was Fantasy Island, the new version.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's that at? Is it Netflix or something? Or
No,
Fire
no,
Stick?
it's actually out in the movies right now.
Oh, no shit.
We went out to Riverside of the drive-in over there off Mission, I believe. And we watched, it was the new version of Fantasy Island, but it's more of like a horror movie now. Instead of like, Tattoo and Mr. Rourke and all that shit, they have old boy from Narcos who played Kiki Camarena. Was it Peña?
Yeah.
And he played Mr. Rourke in that.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's more of like a horror movie type vibe. You know what I mean?
Fantasy Island. Damn. Who plays Tattoo?
They don't have a tattoo in there.
For real?
Yeah, it's some chick, basically, she did a tattoo, the plane. So, yeah, it's not the same, you know what I mean? But,
well, I would say I would rent it, but there's no more video stores.
Yeah.
So I would have to wait till it comes like either on a Netflix or Amazon.
Fire Stick,
Stick.
Morph TV or something like that.
So and you said drive-in.
Yeah, drive-in. We did the drive-in.
You took it back.
Yeah, I mean, because, social distancing, all that good bullshit, you know what I mean?
You didn't hide anybody in the trunk, did you?
Actually, we hid one of my sons.
For real?
Yeah, so we didn't have to pay like extra $9, you know what I mean?
Dope, because you could save that money to buy a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
That's dope. Hope he enjoyed the pizza.
Yeah.
I remember one time my brother, because I got 5 brothers. One of my brothers threw 3 of us in the trunk, and he drove in to the drive-in by himself, like if they were really going to believe that his perverted ass was going to go to the drive-in by himself. Okay, really? What are you going to do by yourself, homie?
Yeah, no shit, huh?
So, but anyways, other than that, you watch a lot of TV or no?
Yeah, I watch quite a bit of series. Well, I stay up on everything pretty much. I stay up on pop culture.
Are you one of those guys that stays up like late at fucking night watching TV?
Yeah, pretty much.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I stay up all night watching all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? On a side note, what was the trip about the Fantasy Island was, as a kid, we all knew Ricardo Montalban. Remember him being the host of Fantasy Island?
Yes.
Right? Well, as a kid, my dad got contracted to paint a portrait for him.
Really?
Yeah, so my dad did this portrait of Ricardo Montalban. My dad's a professional artist. He my family's known for being artists in Orange County. My uncle's known as the godfather of Chicano art. And,
wow.
And my dad, he got contracted to do a painting for Ricardo Montalban. And, he got his autograph pictures with him, stuff like that. So, but for about good 3-4 months, all I seen was Ricardo Montalban in our freaking, in our living room all day long while my dad was painting it up. You know what I mean?
Well, when I was a kid, they took us, and I'm trying to remember what park it was. I was in elementary school. They took us to a field trip, and I saw Ricardo and Tattoo there. They were filming. It's where they used to film Fantasy Island.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's kind of a sad story that little midget, I guess, or the short people, or what do they call them?
Dwarfs or whatever.
Dwarfs or whatever. I don't want to, but offend anybody. But yeah, supposedly he killed himself or some shit like that.
Yeah, he had some issues with some chick, his wife or something.
It's always the chicks.
Yeah, took advantage of him.
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
I don't know how that goes.
Oh well, and you still got to clap some kind of cheeks.
Even at 2'3", huh?
Yeah. So now sports. Raiders fan?
Big time Raiders fan.
For reals?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Raiders all day, baby.
We can't be friends.
But see, because this is a story. Everybody's like, okay, how'd you end up a Raider fan? My family originated from Oakland. So my dad grew up in Oakland. I got a lot of family in Oakland still. So as a kid, you remember those machines where you put in the quarters and you get the little helmet?
Oh, yeah.
My dad took me, I was like 3 or 4 years old, and we went to the Alpha Beta. I remember being Alpha Beta. We put the coins in. I got the little helmet, and it was the Raiders. So, okay, I tripped out on it. My dad's, oh, yeah, those are the Oakland Raiders. I grew up in Oakland as a kid, yada, yada, and that was it. It was over since then, you know.
Wow. Are you sure it wasn't a Cowboys helmet and you just said Raiders?
Nah. Yeah, I know the difference between the star and
Hey, you know what? Really quick, I hate to sound repetitive, but if you could get a little bit closer to the mic.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now, family in Oakland. You still have family in Oakland right now?
Yeah, they're extended family at this point.
Okay.
They're like it's like my grandpa's brother or some family.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now, the reason why I ask is because I have friends that live up north, and they think that like LA right now with this coronavirus is like Lebanon. And I'm like, no, dude, it's cool.
Yeah.
So how is it over there? Have you kept in contact with them?
I don't really have that much contact with them. I have a cousin I met barely for the first time.
Okay.
That his section of the family is the ones from Oakland.
Okay.
And but he talks like they have get-togethers and stuff like that, but they're like real extended, so I don't really talk to them that much.
All right. You go to a lot of Oakland Raider games?
I did in the past, but not as many as I should have. But now that they're in Vegas, you know,
Right.
it's on now.
Now, how does that sound? Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, I mean, you know how Raza does it. First thing they're gonna say is Las Vegas or some shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
Well, you know,
It is what it is.
Yeah, we're quick to. Yeah, I got Las Vegas hanging. You know what I
There
mean?
you go.
So
There you go. That's a good comeback.
Huh.
That'll work, man. So now, growing up at home with your mother and your father, and you said your father was a great artist, if I'm correct?
Yes.
Now what kind of music would he play at home, especially when he would paint?
He was a big Beatles fan.
Really?
Straight John Lennon, Beatles, anything by them, he was on. Now, my mother, on the other hand, she was sort of like, she was a little bit younger than my dad. She was about 5 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
So she was more into like war, more into that kind of vibe, you know, along those lines right there. And then I had cousins that were older because my mother's family is real tight.
Okay.
And she was real close with one of my cousins she was about 10, 12 years older than me, and they were into funk at that time.
Okay.
So in that era, you know, it came up in the 80s. That's all I heard was the Rick James, the Zapp, the Roger, and all that through them, you know?
Right.
So I'd go with my family, I'm hearing funk. I go with my dad, I'm hearing classic rock, Beatles, John Lennon, stuff like that.
Okay. No Spanish music?
You know what? My grandparents listened to a lot of Spanish music. My grandfather, who was from Jalisco, loved mariachis. So that's basically the Spanish music they had going on all the time. You know?
That's the kind of Spanish music I like.
Yeah.
You know, it's porque soy bien romántico. I'm a romantic type of guy, bro. You know, so anyways, you know, and you say funk. You ever go to hang out at OG Mike's?
Yeah, I've been there quite a few times.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go perform, I think in October sometime back there, but it just didn't work out at that time. So, but you know, we're constantly doing the Funk Fest. We're always, you know, if you know anything about Orange County loves funk.
Yes.
You know, and you know, shouts to all my Orange County people because you know, one thing I learned, especially like when I was in jail, is you know, you got your youngsters from like LA County, from Oxnard and stuff. They're let's listen to YG, let's listen to some trap. Well, you got the youngsters from Orange County wanting to listen to nothing but funk.
Yeah.
So it's like it's sort of a throwback, you know what I mean? But that's why I think Orange County got the title of Funk County. You know.
You know what? And I love it, bro. And I love it because when I first started, like you were brought up, when I went to the club when I was 11 years old with my brother, that's all they were playing was funk. So when I went to OG Mike's, and it was another place, I think it was called The Basement.
Oh, yeah. I think that's Long Beach, no?
No. That was the Vault, I think you were talking
about.
But it was one in Orange County that George from Curious would throw every once in a while.
Okay.
And I think it was called The Basement. But because you had to go down under.
You had to go down.
And I saw girls that looked like maybe like they were teenagers or early 20s jamming to funk, and I loved it, bro, because that's our generation.
Yeah.
But now you got the new generation being raised with our shit, and I just think that's so fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
Much love, much respect to my boy MC Pancho, because he hosts a lot of the, I guess, the back room boogies.
I've seen him. Title.
So and he's always invited me another dope spot that I recommend you go to do it once a month, a Scam and Jam at the Regent.
Okay, I've heard about that.
Hey, let me tell you something. You need to go. It's really worth it.
All right.
You know, the music itself is dope. So now, you go to school out in Orange County?
Yeah, I did. My parents got divorced when I was real young, at the age of 5. So the courts, they're stupid, man. So one year they would send me to school in Orange. Next year they'd send me to school in Santa Ana, where my mother lived.
Okay.
So I was constantly bouncing back between Orange School District and Santa Ana School District. So I did in elementary, I did Cambridge Elementary in Orange 1 year, and then Washington Wildcats in Santa Ana the following year.
Okay.
So it was a trippy dynamic, but that's why I know so many people. You know, I constantly bounce back between Santa Ana and Orange.
Okay. And what high school did you attend?
I ended up going to Orange High School, and then I ended up getting rolled out of there for inciting a riot. And they sent me to Richland High School.
Wait, say that again. You got kicked out of there for what?
Inciting a riot.
What the hell was that all about? Like,
oh, well, basically it came down to I got in a fight with this dude, right?
Okay.
And he was some Crip from Tustin or something, and it became racial.
Okay.
So, you know, we got in a fight. Later on, one of my boys started joining off to one of his boys. So all the blacks basically went with the blacks, all the Mexicans went with the Mexicans. And there was going to be this big old thing. And I happened to walk into it coming to school early in the morning. And I seen the situation. I walked away from it. And the teachers were like, hey, what are you doing? You must have had something to do with it, because I had just gotten in a fight with this guy.
Right.
Well, next thing I know, they're rolling me out because they said all those groups grouping up was about to, I guess, make a riot go off. And I was responsible for it since I'm the one that instigated that fight with the black guy in the beginning.
So they pretty much said, get this guy out of here.
Yeah, get this guy out of here. So.
Wow. Now, in high school, you play any sports? Because you're a tall dude, man.
Yeah,
I thought I was the only guy
man.
tall. You know, it's funny because when people think of Mexicans, they will think about short, 5 foot tall dudes, pelones.
Yeah.
You know. But no, we're different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, we come in all shapes and sizes. I grew up boxing.
Okay.
I had an uncle who was a professional boxer in the 50s. Our family, basically all the cousins and sons and all that grew up boxing. We would enter tournaments, box, stuff like that.
Southpaw or no?
Not conventional.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I'm right-handed, but I always fought southpaw.
Hey, that's Bruce Lee's method. Bring your strongest hand up.
That was me. I was knocking motherfuckers out with jabs, but that was back in the day. I'm an old man now.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. But yeah, and then in high school, I played football and stuff like that too.
That'll work.
Played football for the Santa Ana Redskins back in the days as a kid. So
okay.
You know.
Before we get back into music, name me your 2 greatest. It could be current or in the past. Boxers.
Salvador Sanchez, greatest probably Mexican boxer ever. If you guys don't know, you youngsters don't know. He was basically forecasted to be better than Chavez ever was. Mm-hmm. And then recent, I gotta go with Mike Tyson, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Mike.
That'll work. You know, it's funny. Roy Jones Jr. said that he, if you will, I want to choose the right words, but he pretty much emulated his style from Salvador Sanchez.
Yeah, Salvador was bad, man.
Now, for me, I have to say Julio Cesar Chavez, Mike Tyson. That's just me. And I used to like, well, I still do. I'm not going to jump off this bandwagon. Remember Marco Antonio Barrera?
Oh, yeah.
I used to love that dude, bro. I thought he was the next coming to Julio Cesar Chavez, but he lost to Junior Jones, Pacquiao, and then...
Yeah, that was a tough era for him to come out.
Yeah,
a lot of good boxers at that time.
Yeah. So now, around what age would you say you began to write or you began to rap?
I first started doing basically like poetry in elementary school. I remember in 4th grade, they would teach us how to do poetry and stuff.
Okay.
And one of the teachers pointed it out, you got a real good, way of going about this poetry. You're pretty good at it, keep it up. So I didn't think much of it back then. I was a kid,
Okay.
So I remember as a kid, they would give us creative writing assignments, and I would go and I'd write like raps out, stuff like that. And, I'd hear like, a song or whatever. And I'd sort of bite it a little bit, work it into my creative writing and stuff like that. So that was the precursor to me eventually rapping right there.
Okay. It's funny, man. And I don't mean it like in a weird way, but it's almost like it's a good weird that I interview a lot of people that tell me that how they first started was through writing poetry. And then it eventually led up to rapping. Now, growing up in the OC, what rappers would you say growing up did you listen to?
Okay, I go way back.
Okay.
I mean, I heard my first rap song in like 82. So that's far back. But the ones that stood out in my mind right off the top was the one that I heard that made me want to eventually start rapping was Chuck D, of Public Enemy. I heard that song, was it Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos? I got a letter from the government. It said, man, when I heard his voice, after that, I knew I had to get on the mic eventually.
Yeah.
You know, because he had a deep voice, he had a presence to him, and you know, I dug the whole fucking thing with him, and you know that how he was militant, and he was rocking the Raiders hat. So I was like, all right, this guy's cool as fuck. You know, I mean, little did I know, you know, some of the political issues he was talking about. I really enjoyed the music. You know.
You know what? That's a perfect example right there, because I'm a huge Public Enemy fan. You know, I think it takes a nation of millions to hold us back.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's my favorite album.
That's a great album.
Okay. And he had a great mic presence. He spoke with authority, and that's what got everybody, if you will, like caught everybody off guard. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was almost like he was preach rapping.
Yeah, he almost sounded like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or something when he with his delivery. You know.
Yeah. Other than Public Enemy, was there anybody else that might have stood out to you?
And I went through waves, like on the West Coast or on the East Coast. You know, I started off with like Chuck D and then Boogie Down Productions and all them.
Right.
And then eventually I started going off more to the West Coast. I got to say, one of the artists that influenced me a lot, that I liked his way of rapping, was Sibo from Sacramento.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of him, but
Yeah.
he's with like Brother Lynch and X-Rated and all those rappers from that era. And he was a big, I don't know, for some reason I liked him a lot. He sounded a lot like Cube at one point, but he was just gangster, you know, and he was real hard. And that's who I like, sort of like strive to have been every time I got in the mic, you know?
See, to me, that's kind of odd, because when everybody talks about West Coast rap, they usually talk about the NWA, Ice-T, the Death Row. Nobody really mentions a guy like Sibo.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is I mean, we all know NWA, Easy, that's like a mandatory.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's where they got their influences from, like Sibo and all them, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, I mean, who didn't influence, or who didn't NWA and Easy influence, you know? So that's without a given. But then certain artists, they started breaking off, and, you know, they spoke to me a little bit better, you know what I mean?
Okay. Now, around what time, I should ask you, around what year would you say you started possibly picking up the mic, recording demos, or actually writing lyrics?
Okay, at first, like for my city, the hip hop scene basically started in '94. My younger homeboy Toker did a hood song over a E40 beat to the song called Sideways.
Okay.
It's on my YouTube channel, but that's the first hood tape that ever dropped in my city, in my town.
Really?
Yeah, and I had been writing and doing all that stuff up until that point. I didn't know my homie was recording these tapes. He was a generation under me.
Okay.
So once I found out he recorded these tapes, me and him linked up, and it was over with. So it was about 94, 95 that we started doing these little ghetto hood tapes and shit.
Okay, see, and to me that's important, because that's history right there. Because you said that in your neighborhood he was the first.
Yeah.
And what was his name again?
His name was Toker.
Toker. Okay, much love, much respect to Toker. So you pretty much looked at him somewhat of as a pioneer, if you will.
Exactly.
For releasing those. So when he released it, were you already his friend, his homie, or did you befriend him after?
You know what? Being that we were a generation different, he's a little bit younger than me. I knew him and I used to kick it with him, but not as much as I did then. I used to kick it with his older cousins.
Okay.
And they said, hey, did you hear my cousin's tape? And I heard it. Hey, take me right to him. So I went to his house, showed me all the gear he had. He had a Newmark sampler. He had some turntables. We had a cheap little tape deck. And we just grabbed the mic and we'd record instrumentals off it, or we'd use a sampler. You know, we'd sample it and we'd get turntables on there. And every Friday night we'd record new tapes for everybody. Initially, one of the rappers that was in our little crew was comedian George Perez.
George Perez, yes. I did his podcast like 2 or 3 times, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, so he was one of our main rappers at first.
He rapped?
He rapped initially.
Wow.
Initially. And then he was doing a lot of like rapping for we'd go to like hood parties and shit. And every hood would get up there and spit their rhymes, their raps. So he'd get up there, I'd get up there, we'd all get up there and rap and shit like that. And then I think that gave him the ability to handle a crowd. And then that's how he segued into the comedy. Yeah.
Now, when you went to that guy's house, I guess the younger guy who was doing the mixtapes at the time, were you already writing at the time? Like, were you pretty good at writing, or were you just kind of still, this is what I want to do, so let me start experimenting here? Or did you already know what you were going to record or what to write or whatnot?
You know what? I already had a sense of what I wanted. I had been writing already for about 2 or 3 years. I'd basically do my own production and stuff like that at home with a little 2 tape deck that I had. You know, we'd record, stop. So I had like a 2-minute loop, right?
Okay.
So I'd record little stuff here and there, and I was writing. You know, I didn't tell anybody basically back then, but I would do all that. So, you know, and I had that to myself. So eventually when I linked up with him, I already knew what songs I wanted to sample. I already knew what I wanted to write. So I basically had an idea. Yeah, of what it took. He, though, on the other hand, already had the experience of recording and all that. So when I got in, he was able to coach me. So it made things a little bit smoother, you know?
Okay. Now, let me ask you the same question that I pretty much ask everybody. Did you like the way you sounded when you first started messing around at home and you kept all that stuff to yourself when you were rapping?
Initially, I didn't.
Okay.
There was parts that I liked, and then there was parts I was like, man, I sound like a little kid. But I was only about 15, 16, so that was granted, you know? But I always knew I had a deep voice. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out how to work it, you know, how to be able to maximize, you know, the sound of my voice at this point, you know?
Okay. And you write all your lyrics?
For the most part, I had a few homies write some verses for me. I'm not above using a ghostwriter if they're dope. You know, I'm confident in my skills.
Right.
I know I can fucking rap bars around cats. So sometimes I've had people come to me like, you know, I got a homie Cultura. We had a beat by Underground Chemist, and I shot it to him. And I told him, okay, you give me a hook and a verse, and we'll do it up. Well, he came back with everything. He came back with the verse. He came back with the hook. He came back with my verse. So I checked it out. All right, you know what? This is cool. Fuck it. We'll go and we'll drop it, you know? So we went and dropped it.
Well, that's good that you have a good attitude about it, because I remember I recorded a song for a female. She was a dope female, and I won't mention her name. She's not rapping anymore. But I recorded a song for her, and I told her, why don't you write a verse? It almost sounds like there should be a guy. You two should be going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, okay, I'll write his verse too, you know. So she wrote it. I called the guy up and I asked him. Now, this guy has never had anybody write for him, or he never wrote or rapped anybody else's lyrics. And this dude had the fucking hardest time. It was just the pride.
Yeah.
He just like, dude, these are not my lyrics. And I said, I understand, but they're small verses, bro.
Yeah.
Like through 16 bars, he probably only had like 4 bars.
Wow.
Little pieces here and there. But the pride kid, he didn't want to do it, so we didn't end up doing it. And he was getting fucking paid for it.
Wow.
So I understand how some people don't want anybody to rap for them or shit. But
yeah, I'm confident in my skills. You know what I mean? I got over 100-some songs already. I got different styles. I got different ways of delivering and stuff like that. So I'm confident. If someone comes up to me and like, hey, you know, I got something written for you. I think this will sound dope. You know what? If it's a hit or it sounds good, let's run with it.
Let's run with it. That'll work. So now, the reason why I asked you about your voice, because most people that I've interviewed and I asked them that have always told me, I don't like the sound of my voice.
Yeah, that's a majority of people. I mean, a lot of times I bring people in to record for the first time and I don't like the way it sounds.
You know, you see, look, me not a rapper, I get it, I understand it, but at the same time, I'm like, what do you mean, dude? You're a rapper. Like,
yeah.
You know? But it's kind of like when I used to scratch in front of my buddies, and I used to always just see them just kind of bobbing their head. So I didn't like it because I didn't think I was that good at the time, but I was like, so what do you guys think? Oh, you're fucking dope. And I was like, all right, well, you know, can you be a little bit more specific? Do I need to sharpen up? No, everything's cool.
Yeah, and they can't see it from the outside looking in, you know?
Right.
That's one of the things, you know, as an artist that, you know, we're so critical of ourselves because we see the mistakes and flaws that nobody else sees, you know?
Right. Okay, so now you record, and soon after, do you start releasing stuff to the public, to your friends, to the neighborhood, or
basically
how does that work?
it was hood stuff. The problem that I had is I was in and out of jail a lot.
Okay.
So I would come out, record a bunch of stuff, go back in jail. I'm down for, you know, a few months, years, or whatever at a time, and then come back out, release a bunch of more stuff, and then go back in. So the streets, you know, they held on to it tightly because it's a trip. I got, you know, guys that are, you know, they're teenagers, you know, they weren't even born when I recorded any of this shit, and they still got these songs. You know, these songs are still floating around, you know, on the underground and you know, on the streets. So it's a trip because, you know, I recorded a bunch of this shit, and you know, I don't even got it. You know, it's sort of like was it Ludacris said in what's that movie, Hustle and Flow? Oh, you got that shit? I don't even have that tape no more. You know, so that's, you know, the circumstances as they are. You know.
You know what? This may be a dumb question, but I want to ask it. What do you think it was, man, that kept you going back to jail?
You know what? That's a number of things. Where we live at in my neighborhood, the cops were real oppressive against us. Our city is a nice city. The thing is we have one of the oldest barrios in the country right there. Our barrio goes back to like the late 1800s and developed around early 1920s or so. You got the Sunkiss company that came in. Obviously it's orange, the crops were orange.
Yeah.
They came and all the raza in the barrio basically formed around it, around this packing house, right? So you got this nice city and you got raza all thrown in this little area. So the cops, they're coming, they're constantly fucking with us. And, you know, our older homies at that time, they were into everything. They were into, you know, street politics. They were into all kinds of bullshit. So they were just on us, you know, and that was one of the things. Once I got put on probation, you know, they were looking for every little excuse. Yeah, so I was constantly, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I was over there fucking around, you know, doing stupid shit.
We all were.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I'm thankful. One thing that I'm thankful is that we're still alive, brother, because many of us have done so much fucking dirt that we should have been taken out a long time ago, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I tell my kids and people, I'm like, man, if I would have got caught up for half the shit fucking I've done, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, wouldn't be. So we're thankful and grateful for that. But listen, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We're going to come back on what you're working on. What can people expect? When can people see you? I know it's kind of hard because we're going through this whole Corona bullshit.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll get past it eventually, and people will be able to get to see you, support you, and so we'll talk about that.
All right.
So anyways, once again, everybody, Rhodium Radio episode 44, and we will be back in about 10 minutes. So if for the person saying, why are we taking so long? Because we're about to go get some nachos. We're about to go make some popcorn. We're about to play musical chairs. So be back in 10 minutes. Call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that OC Creep is in the motherfucking building. OC stand up. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
And I'm about to cold tear shit up. AOD, you got a level? B, hit record, man.
Get busy with Easy and Tony A on the 12 technique. See?
Here's a little something by a nigga like me. They never should have let me buy a tape from me.
Yo, the main man me.
You know, like,
Lonzo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure?
Motherfucker, I'm ready. Goddamn.
Like it ain't shit, cause I'm a player motherfucker named DJ Quick. It's a full-time jack move. Billy Joe, yo, homie, make the track move. Freestyle, meanwhile, we keep the big chicken. Sweat dripping, girlies in the middle with your cute. Walked in the house, got shot. 1, 2, 3. Motherfucker, don't down this shit. This is it, y'all. Daddy. I'm kick your ass.
Cut. We're good?
Kick it, Dre.
Just do 1 2 1 2. Right about now, Easy E and Dr. Dre's in the motherfucking house.
Times are getting crazy, it's really hard to choose it. The Rhodium's a spot to get funky, fresh music. Easy motherfucking E and my homeboy Dr. Dre. MC Ren is in effect, and you know we don't play. The Rhodium is hitting, but you know you can't leave until you get a deaf ass tape from Steve. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape. Oh Steve, oh Steve, oh Steve, just give me just one more tape.
Yeah, man, I came all the way down to the Rhodium swap meet, man, to pick up one of them NWA tapes, man. And I talked to homeboy Steve down there, man, and he said I'm fresh out of tapes, man. How the fuck you fresh out of tapes, man? He said cause they selling like hotcakes and shit, man.
Got my man going down. Hey, mom, what's for dinner?
Yo, this is how I see it. Tony A chilling at the Rhodium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch. The shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
In the morning, police at my door. Fresh to be this week across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the streets to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a gram.
Y'all heard, take it from the top.
Get that shit, new chump. Power move on. If you mess with me,
These right here are the ultimate breaks and beats. These were introduced to the West Coast by Steve YANO. They came from the East Coast to the West Coast and they were sold only at the Rhodium. You can still see the Rhodium sticker there. And these are called, once again, the ultimate breaks and beats. If you're a DJ or a producer, you better know what these are. If not, don't call yourself a DJ or a producer. Me and High C right here, we know about these. Back in the day, I would have doubles of everything. Here's a quick story. When Ice Cube left NWA, he came over to my pad and I was playing some beats for him. Before he left to New York to do his album, America's Most Wanted, he actually asked me if he can borrow a set of my Ultimate Breaks and Beats. I let him borrow it, never saw the dude again, man. I guess that's what he meant by Jacket for Beats. But you know what? Much love to Ice Cube. He helped put not only Compton, South Central, but West Coast on the map. So much love to him. But once again, these are the records that Steve introduced to the West Coast. You don't believe me? Ask Dr. Dre.
Hey folks, it's your boy Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop, and I'm kicking it live with my man Tony A. Check out his latest documentary on DOCUMIXERY.com. It's the bomb. It's all about my man Steve YANO and his contribution that he created from the Rhodium swap meet that's still alive right here on Redondo Beach Boulevard. Check it out, y'all. DOCUMIXERY.com. My man Tony A. Much love, y'all. Much love, Steve. Peace.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rhodium Radio, episode 44, and I'm here with my special guest, Oak Creek from the OC. So once again, 714, stand up. Let's jump right back into it. How you doing, brother? You good?
Good, man.
You do good? Now, I see you got a shot there, and people are saying, why hasn't he taken it? I sip on mine, bro. You know,
here's for everybody.
Here's for everybody.
Right down the hatch.
Salud. I'm going to sip on mine porque apenas puedo. And I'm sipping on a michelada. And I got another Modelo coming. But, all right. Now, you being Chicano, why didn't you ever take the Chicano rap lane, if you will?
Because I came at a different time when I started rapping. There was no such thing as Chicano rap. There wasn't that label. Basically, you had Raza, Latinos that rap, but there wasn't no label, is that Chicano rapper. That didn't come until, I think 2000s or some shit like that. So I didn't see myself as that kind of, label. I'm Chicano. I'll take it now. I have no problem. Okay, I'm a Chicano rapper. But you got to understand, I come from a different era where there wasn't no Chicano label. We were rappers. That was it. Whether you were black, Mexican, Samoan, whatever. Especially on the West Coast, we had Booyah Tribe, we had Kid Frost, we had a lot of artists that weren't black. So,
right.
We didn't look at ourselves as, okay, I'm a Mexican rapper. I'm just a rapper.
Right.
I'm a rapper that raps. Being that I'm Chicano, okay, that's secondary.
Right. And I say the same thing. When I started DJing, I wasn't labeled as a Chicano DJ. There was a lot of dope Filipino DJs even back then.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of them. I knew Samoan DJs. I knew black DJs. DJing wasn't a color, okay? And I think rap shouldn't be a color either.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's not how it originally was.
Right.
I remember, hip hop having the fundamentals, the breakdancing, the DJing, the MCing, the graffiti and all that. You look at Beat Street, you had Italians in that movie, you had Puerto Ricans, you had blacks, so I've heard it been told, one of the reasons why hip hop appealed to a lot of people is because it's a street culture. You know what I mean? A lot of people from the struggle can associate with it, so it doesn't matter where you're from, but if you're in the struggle, you can identify.
Absolutely 100%. A lot of people always saw hip-hop as a way out, people that lived in poverty. I remember I saw an interview where somebody asked Dr. Dre, why did you do hip-hop? And he said, well, I saw hip-hop, not only that I love the music, that I love the culture, but it was a way out.
Yeah.
From where I lived, and look where he's at now.
Yeah. Billionaire.
And you know what? I'm thankful that I had an opportunity to meet him before he was who he is now.
Yeah.
I knew him before then, and I'm thankful for that, because one thing I can say about him that people always ask me, how was it? Dre never saw me as a non-black person in the studio. As a matter of fact, he used to ask me, what do you think about this track? Eazy-E was the same way.
Yeah.
Raza loved Eazy-E.
Yeah. One of my favorite artists.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. And I had the honor and the pleasure to have those guys come to my house and rap on my mixtapes. And matter of fact, that's what this documentary is about. That's why I push it so hard, because I need people to see a certain part of history that they may not know. Because when people think of West Coast hip hop history, here's what they think: NWA, Death Row, and maybe a little bit of Tupac, and that's where it stops.
Yeah.
This is before all of that.
Well, another thing I like and I appreciate about your movement is that you validate Raza being in hip hop from the beginning, because nowadays you get black started it, it's just a black art form, you guys suck, but we've been here on the West Coast since the beginning with artists like you, Kid Frost. We had the Booyah Tribe. It just wasn't all blacks on the West Coast, and then a lot of who gave these artists their sales was Raza.
Yes.
So we are a big part of the hip hop community on the West Coast, and regardless of what anybody says, we're here, and I think you and your presence and everything you've done validates the rest of us.
Well, thank you very much, for saying that. I appreciate it, but let me say this, and I will say it again. I said it over and over. Today we are here, especially here in California, we are hip hop's economy. You know, us Chicanos.
Yeah.
Us raza, we are hip hop's economy. So I've always said this. Why can't we be up there? Why are we always on the outskirts of hip hop looking at these people performing and we're paying tickets and buying their apparel and buying their music? And believe me, I have nothing against anybody, you know, but why can't a raza be up there headlining up there with a Snoop?
Yeah, and that's how it should be. You know, one of the issues I always see is that, you know, you'll see raza get behind a mumble rapper or a blueface. The guy's just horrible. And then they'll go and get on a social media or a raza's page. Oh, this guy sucks. You suck. You can't rap. But then you look at everything he likes and like, the hell you know about hip hop?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's always our people that are quick to put us down. And, you know, and it should be the opposite. You know, if you're going to go and give juice to these other artists that ain't raza and they suck, then, you know, give juice to us too.
Yeah, or don't say shit to us.
Or don't say shit. You know, let us do our thing. You know, I mean, it's understandable. There's this, you know, you know, a lot of artists fucked it up for a lot of raza, you know, by coming out with some weak shit. Granted, that's understood. But, you know, filter through it, find some artists that are dope, because there are some dope-ass fucking Mexican artists, you know, that'll blow any race out the water.
You know what's funny? On the story on my YouTube page, okay, I post flyers. One guy posted one time, not that it was fucking hilarious, seriously, because he wrote, "Your podcast is straight fucking trash." That's what he put about me.
Yeah.
I laughed, and I'm gonna tell you why I laughed. Because in order for you to comment, you had to be a subscriber.
Yeah. So you subscribed. You're obviously paying attention to me.
That shit was funny, bro. When I fucking read that, I was eating a big ass bowl of pozole, and I was like, that shit's fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So I laugh about it. So I encourage these people to leave comments, whether negative or positive or whatever. It's all good. They're still
get
subscribed.
off your chest.
Yeah, get it off your fucking chest. Don't hold all that in. Dump it on us. Okay, we'll accept it. You guys are funny. But anyways, so now, what style would you consider if somebody says, you know, what style of hip hop are you? You know?
I gotta say I'm a gangster rapper, man.
Okay.
I mean, straight up. But I think that what sets me apart from most gangster rappers is that I came up in an era where bars counted. You know, where, you know, you had your metaphors, you had your, you know, your structures, you had a lot of different, you know, you focus on your lyrics.
Yes.
You know, you just didn't rhyme 2 words. You know, you were trying to rhyme 4, 5, 6 different words at a time, you know, instead of just, you know, saying the same shit over and over. So, you know, I understand we get the label as a gangster. Oh, you know, he's simple, but, you know, I've really focused on my lyrics. I've really focused on my flow and stuff like that. So I think that's what sets me apart from a lot of artists.
Right.
You know, just, you got to go and pay attention. I got a lot of deep shit. You just got to go over there and actually take the time to listen to what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah, take the time to listen and just stop fucking, who is this guy? We'll go fucking listen.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, because you hear one song, you might not like it. I got, you know, 30 some else songs available that you could go listen to. I'm sure you're going to like one of them.
You know, and let me encourage rappers, many rappers, especially this new generation. The reason why I want to encourage you is because of this. Just because a person is not feeling your shit, there's an audience for everything.
Yeah.
For everything. Let's just say you're a West Coast rapper, but your shit is fucking big in Europe. Guess what? That's where your chips are at.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to be at.
Well, you know what's a trip is I got a clique out in the Netherlands. These cats go by the name of Dave Drug and DJ Crackhead. They got a straight West Coast style, but they're from the Hague City in the Netherlands. These guys are straight European, and they're talking Carnal, Esse, Simon, like that. Right. These guys are white. You know, I mean, they're from Europe. And these guys could flow, you know, they got beats, they could flow. So, you know, shouts to Dave Drug and DJ Crackhead. Check out our music. We got a song called Double Up. I mean, it's fire. You know, it has that old school West Coast vibe, you know, but these cats are from Europe, you know, and you would never know that. You know, I've talked to them on live chat, and they can't even speak English right, you know. Right. And you hear them when they rap, though, they rap perfect English.
You probably won't be able to answer this one, but why DJ Crackhead?
I guess their little clique is called Junk Life, like junkies or something like that. I guess that represents something like street life out there or some shit, but I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
All good. But now, when did you drop your first single or EP or album?
Okay, the first EP that like solidly dropped was 2011.
Okay.
The circumstances behind that is I had equipment that I had built up all through like the early 2000s, And, you know, I've been performing at Key Club and a bunch of different venues all over the place. We had shot a video. I had a group that was putting together a album. That ended up falling through the cracks. And it was just a lot of work. So I got into the street shit, stepped away from the music for a few years. And I ended up getting raided. And they ended up taking...
why did you get raided?
I was suspected for a shooting. I was a suspect in the shooting.
Damn.
The cops came, they raided my house, they locked me up. They did all kinds of shit. Well, at that point, you know, I had a lot of people telling me, hey, you know what, fuck the street shit, man. Why don't you just focus on the music, So I had my boy C's, you know, he's a producer of all my old joints and stuff. And one of my boys that I brought up originally, and he produced a whole album for me. And he was just like, you know, let's knock this out. So we put out the Revolver EP in 2011, 2012.
Okay.
And that's basically what got me back in the game. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to step away from the street shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to just focus on the music now.
Well, one thing that we can say to the youth that when you said right now, I stepped away from the street shit, is that a lot of that street shit, and it isn't no disrespect to the neighborhood, but we're thinking about our lives. A lot of the stuff was a waste of time.
It was a big time waste, you know, because you look back at it and, you know, I've sat in jail cells for years and, you know, months at a time. And, you know, other than the fact that I'm the type of person that will go and read books and try to improve myself, I've seen guys in there that are spending years not doing shit with themselves, you know, and they get out and they're right back at the same shit.
Right back in it, yeah. Well, what I did actually a couple of years ago was I cut off a lot of people that at least I thought were cool, but I know they were potentially could get me in fucking trouble. I know if I hopped in the fucking car, they'll have a fucking gun or fucking have a kilo in the fucking trunk. I had to cut all those people off. No hard feelings, but like, dude, I can't ride with you no more because I'll tell you what, if we get pulled over, most likely you're going to say it ain't your shit, and guess what? We both fucking go in.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more. So you know what? I had to cut everybody off. And I don't have homies that like, I could say I go and hang out, we have a couple of beers. I don't.
Yeah.
You know, my homies is like my son, my brother, my boy John motherfucking Elkins, my boy Alex. That's pretty much it, and we do it here.
Yeah, and you tighten your circle up.
That's it. Basically. Absolutely, dude. Like I said, I got a couple of friends that, you know, that I can name on one hand and have fingers left over.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the way you got to do it if you want to stay in this business.
Yeah.
So now, you know, since you mentioned performing, let me ask you this: when you were first given the mic, go ahead, you're up next. Were you ever nervous?
You know what? At first I was, but being that I had boxed in tournaments before.
Okay, there you go.
And I felt the pressure of that, you know, not wanting to get beat up and knocked out in front of your friends and family. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to get knocked out. I'm not going to get beat up. So no matter what happens, I'm going to get out there, give it my best. And, you know, it's going to work out.
That'll work. And you ever forget any lyrics?
Oh, all the time. The thing is I don't acknowledge it. I won't stop. I'll just keep it rolling. Most of the time, people don't even notice.
Yeah, well, because a lot of times, especially if you're going like at 10 or 11 o'clock, people are already fucked up.
Yeah.
They're just doing this, and you could be saying blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know what's funny? Because there's been times that I performed, and I was DJing, and I fucked up, but they never even fucking noticed.
Yeah, nobody notices because, you know, especially if you keep it going, you know.
Right. So now, that EP drops. Now, we're talking about, at the time, hard copies.
Yes,
correct?
I did drop hard copies for that.
What was the response to that?
It was decent. One of the things is in my neighborhood is that they pump me up no matter what.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I got a built-in fan base already that will support me 100% in everything that I do. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the response was good right off the top. And, you know, I was able to get rid of those CDs real quick. And, you know, it started spreading to other places, stuff like that, other cities.
Okay. Did you have any features on that album?
Other than the only feature I had was my boy C's, the one who produced it.
You know what I would like to see? Now, this is just me because I'm an old school head, okay? I would like to see rappers go back, do albums with no features.
Yeah.
Just them. You know, LL Cool J, Twitter, like about a year and a half ago, he said something and it offended a lot of people. He said, on my first album, I think it was I Need a Beat, that album. He said, I had no features and I went double platinum.
Yeah.
He said, I wish people would go back to that. Fuck you. People were blasting him. What are you trying to say? Why would that be offensive?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
No.
It's rap. You know what I'm saying? So I wish people would go back to that, only because I want to see how much weight that these rappers today can actually
hold down on their own.
Hold down on their own lyrically.
Yeah, because a lot of times these features just become a marketing ploy. You know, just, okay, I got this guy.
It's business.
Yeah, and it's business, and that's understandable. But, a lot of artists, how many artists can you see, hold down song after song after song after song? And, you see some artists, they got to have a feature on almost every song they do,
Right.
And, I've more than held my own as far as that goes.
Now, being a hip-hop head, do you have a DJ?
I've had a few DJs.
Really?
Started off with DJ Risk. He's an older cat. So now he's a little bit older. He don't come out. He don't do anything like that. Last DJs I was messing with was a homie Big Rob. He's from Pimp Rollin' Records. And then another DJ named Joey L. Out of Westminster.
Okay, out of Westminster. Yeah. Now, you dropped that EP. How soon after did you start working on your next release?
Right away, yeah. Okay. I ended up dropping the next release because I was out on bail during this time. So I was trying to crunch in as much material as I could. I was just every weekend for a few years, I was just going and recording everything I could. I was dropping singles. And then after the Revolver LP, I dropped the Mr. Keep It 100 album, which I put everything into, because I didn't know when my number was going to be called and I was going to have to go in off the bail.
Now, when you say I put everything into, you're talking about lyrically, money, everything?
Everything. I had time, money, lyrics, everything. I just gave it all that I had because, I didn't know how much time I was going to get at that time.
Right.
So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna leave the people with one good joint before I go,
Okay. And what was the longest you've been locked up for?
30 months.
30 months.
30
Now,
months.
So what was the name of your first EP?
It was called the Revolver LP, or EP. I'm sorry.
Do you remember all the names of your albums or EPs?
For the most part, yeah. Of the EPs, yeah, I remember most of them.
Okay, can you name them?
Yeah, the Revolver EP and the Mr. Keep It 100 EP.
Okay.
And then I can name all the songs too, but
for real?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now let me ask you this: having so many songs, do you remember all the lyrics?
No, I don't. I have to hear them a few times for me to. A few times I've gone and performed and I've had to wing it. You know what I mean?
Really?
So, yeah, because some songs I'll just write up, record, and then next thing we're performing them the next day already.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of tough, because. I got so much shit. Sometimes I don't remember everything.
Yeah, it's funny when I used to choreograph High C's shows. So what I would do, we didn't have a hype guy for a long time, a guy that would sing along with him or whatever.
Yeah,
and
pump out the crowd.
And he would rap all the lyrics, and High C would kind of keep up with him. So what I would do is I would do an instrumental, because back then we had DATs, digital audio tapes, okay, and I used to leave the ad libs. So if he didn't remember some of his lyrics, he would hear the ad lib and pick up from there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of like a hype man or whatever, pretty much saying his lyrics along with him or whatnot. So because I know sometimes I did a couple of shows with a couple of artists that I was DJing for, and they suffered some embarrassing moments. Instead of going along with the ad libs on their instrumentals that I did for them, they would say, "Fuck, I forgot my lyrics," and they would say that.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay, that was fucked.
That's real unprofessional.
Very unprofessional, and that's why I told them, just listen to the shit. Even if you gotta say y'all having a good time, listen to the ad lib and then pick up from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me ask you this: what can people today expect from Oak Creep?
I got a lot of projects in the works. Got a lot of videos, got a lot of stuff. I stay busy. Unfortunately, this whole coronavirus and the quarantine, all this shit, slowing everything down.
Right.
I got a project with Chris Gunn and OGS at Trouble. Night Owl just shot me a song. Him and his artist Big J just shot me a song to do with. I just recording a video with the Brown Minds right now.
Okay.
I got a video OTO that's being edited. I got another video being edited called "This Is for Them G's." That's with Dave Drug out the Netherlands, and I just stay active, stay busy with a lot of music.
Well, since you brought up Night Owl, let me give a shout out to Night Owl. Okay, he
hooked
shot
it
me
up.
this. He told me,
That's
I'm going
right.
to give you some for your table. So
That's right.
All good. Shit, we forgot to bring out that poster that you brought.
Yeah.
Because you brought me a beautiful gift. Now, you know what? Let me ask you this. The $1 million question. How did you get Old Creep?
Old Creep. My hood is known as the Orange Creepers after one of my boys named Creeper that passed away.
Okay.
So I basically shortened it up from Orange Creeper to Old Creep, basically in homage to him, and it's also the O and the C in OC.
Okay.
So I thought that worked on both ends. You know?
Before that, did you ever have another rapping name?
Everybody used to call me Agent O.
Agent O. Why is that?
I don't know. Basically, you ever heard of that punk rock group Agent Orange?
No.
They're from Orange County.
Okay.
And there were a lot of people would spin, oh, he's deadly like Agent Orange and stuff like that. So they shortened it up, Agent O. Everybody sort of gave that to me. I ran with it a little bit, and then I thought, you know what, Old Creep sounds dope, you know. So
Okay.
that's how I decided to run with
But
that.
I don't know. I was goofy. I was thinking maybe a girl called you. You're a creep.
Well, nowadays everybody, hey, you're an old creep, you know.
Old creep. Okay, that'll work. And now, so do you have a release date for anything?
You know what? Due to the fact that all this shit's going on,
I know that's it fucked a lot of things up.
yeah, I don't want to give anything too solid, you know, as to what, you know, release dates and stuff.
Okay.
You know, I got projects with all these guys. I forgot I got a project with Epidemic and a homie Burnslow with them too. They've been waiting on me, and you know, it's been tough, you know, with, you know, to be able to schedule, you know, everything with, you know, everything that's going on. So
Right.
I'm hoping soon. I'm
Okay.
hoping within, you know, next month or so.
And once again, you said you have some videos editing right now.
Yeah, I got 2 videos in editing right now. This
Okay.
is for them G's and OTO.
Okay, now, you have anything? Maybe you might have recorded and still have in the vault that you've never released. That maybe possibly one day you release them.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. I got tons of music.
Okay,
that's
now let
sitting
me
in
ask
the
you
vault.
this. Let me ask you. This is just me, and I'm asking for the public. Why have you never released it?
Because the game's changed. Instead of me trying to put together an album and push together 10 songs, 12 songs at a time, just so a bunch of gems slip through the cracks.
Right.
The game is basically all about singles nowadays. You put out one song with the visual, and you bang that until the wheels fall off, and then by the time that one's dying, then you have another one coming up, another single, another visual. You bang that one, and with every time you put out, you drop a single. Every time you drop a song, you're building up your base. Every time you know you got a new song come up. Every time I drop a song or a visual, I gain at least about 20, 30 subscribers. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm gonna keep dropping every single one to keep building it up over and over and over and repeat the process, because you know that's what's working for me right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Dope. On this new project that you're working on, I don't know if I asked you already if you had any collaborations. I think you might have mentioned a couple. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I got one with OGS at Trouble. I got one with Chris Gunn.
That's right.
I got with my boy Ivan Reyes right here. Me and him stay. He's the mastermind behind everything that I do. Got one with Epidemic. Man, with Dave Drug. I got a lot of music with Brown Minds. I got it all over.
Now, as far as production wise, who's doing all the production on this?
I got Ivan Reyes doing the production. I got Underground Chemist who's done some production for me. I got my boy MAD who's done production for me. That's about it right there, right off the top.
Okay, and why haven't you ever dabbled in production yourself?
I did initially, because back then we didn't have anybody to go buy beats from. We didn't have social media. In the 90s, 2000s, I couldn't go online and just find somebody to buy beats from. So I'd have to put together my own beats and stuff like that. And it took me basically, though, I wasn't able to ride 2 horses at one time.
Right.
I was either able to produce and spend all my time. I'm a perfectionist, so I'm either going to spend all my time producing a beat or all my time writing a song. So I basically figured, okay, you know what, I'm going to be able to get more done if I just focus on the writing and let other people produce. So I'm hoping to get an MPC though pretty soon and just jump right back into it.
Most definitely. You know what? If I can encourage you, get into production. Okay. get into production, even if you take baby steps, okay? Because a lot of times, I know a lot of rappers don't want to get into production because they feel it takes away from their creativity of writing.
Yeah.
And I get it, and I understand that. But sometimes you don't want to wait on the producer to make that one beat or whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of times, just get in the basic beat and say, look, dude, I might not have done it perfect, but this is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And then him tying it up or whatnot. I think, like, I've never been a dope keyboard player. I know how to play piano. I know how to play certain notes. You know, I know how to play certain pads, but I'm not a natural.
Yeah.
You know? So I would play certain things, and I would tell the guy, this is what I'm hearing. You know, okay, you're hearing this. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But I already had that jump ahead of, so I didn't go to my keyboard player and say, just play something, let me see if I hear something.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
You know, so I encourage you, and I encourage other rappers, start working on your production. Do not wait on a producer.
Yeah.
Now, I know producers are probably not going to like me saying this, but do not wait on those guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, and plus your price can be a little bit cheaper. So
Yeah.
it is your idea.
Yeah, definitely.
So, now let me ask you this. I don't know if anybody has ever asked you this. You ever come out in any movies or anything?
Movies? No, not that good.
You're a tall dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think people would like, you know, I think you do a great part in this fucking movie right here.
Yeah, well, you know, if anybody wants to cast me, I'm available, you know.
Now, I know your Instagram has been up on here on, they can see it on the screen, so that's where they can reach you. Do you have a Facebook or anything where they can reach you other than Instagram?
YouTube.
Okay, YouTube.
OCR33P.
Okay, say that again.
OCR33P.
Dope. So once again, everybody, he doesn't have a release date because of everything that's been going on, and that's totally understandable. Do you look forward to getting back up on the stage and performing again?
Yeah, I do. You know, I was supposed to perform yesterday, matter of fact, but
I saw that flyer.
Yeah.
Who were the people that you were supposed to perform with?
Well, Epidemic, Burn Slow, and I believe a cat by the name of Still Authentic.
Okay, and where was this going to take place?
In the city of Orange at Second Base Bar and Grill.
Okay, and do you know what songs you were going to do?
There's a song I do called OTO, The Wicked Wild West. You know what? I got a lot of music. West Side 153. What else? I perform a lot of unreleased stuff too, just to get people
mix it up.
Yeah, mix it up a little bit. You know.
That'll work. Okay, look at. Well, let me ask you this before we give our shout outs. Any other OC artists that are out there that you think are dope?
I like the Brown Minds a lot.
Okay.
My boy Cultura 714. Let me see. The homie Rascal from Alley Boys is pretty dope.
Okay.
You know OG Big Wicked. My boy Ivan here, a producer. He's dope. He's been taking the reins in Orange County, I think. Let me see. Did I mention the Brown Minds? Yeah, Brown Minds.
Yeah. Okay.
Epidemic and all them. So yeah, basically, that's what I see as the future at this point.
Dope. Now let me ask you this: today, if you had to listen or give us a couple of names of artists that you listen to today, any artists that you listen to today?
Newer artists. I like a guy by the name of AWAX.
AWAX.
He's from the Bay Area.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a Bay Area blood, and he's a Italian guy.
Really?
Yeah, but this guy's pretty dope, man. I like his style,
Okay.
So he's pretty dope. Let me see. As far as other newer artists, yeah, I can't really say.
You already hinted you don't listen to Blueface.
Yeah, and then that new song he came out with, that shit's garbage.
Oh no, yeah.
I slap him for that shit.
I'm gonna save that one for another show because that was.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. I'll knock his ass out.
Period. And I'll just leave it at that because I'm gonna have my boy Duende from Las Vegas in to come down. We're gonna talk about music offensive to raza.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that stuff is, and let me say this. That it isn't that we don't like the person, we're just not going to support that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So do not expect us to pay or go support you or support that fucking song.
Yeah.
Because it is offensive.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. The raza needs to really
Stand
pump
up.
their brakes and let it be known we don't like that kind of shit.
Period. Stop jocking that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop thinking it's funny.
Yep. And if you're gonna go and jock that bullshit, go and do some homework and get into these artists that are raza that are putting it down, instead of fucking putting them down.
That are really paying dues.
Yeah, exactly. We got a lot of artists out there that are putting it down, and people just want to ignore them because they're Mexican, and that's bullshit.
Period.
Yeah.
Now, any female rappers out there that you listen to that are new today?
The only one I seen was on the homie Lottie the G's video was Shorty Por Vida.
Okay.
I heard her before. I heard her on that song, but she got down on it.
That'll work. You know what? If you could recommend any females to this show, let me know. Okay. Because I'm more lenient on females coming to the show because I really want to shine spotlight, especially on females on this, on this show, because I think throughout rap history, females have been getting the bad end of the stick.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to shed light on females. I mean, I've interviewed girls that had 2 songs, but you know what? I wanted to shed light on them. You know what I'm saying? If you got 20 songs, 100 songs, I don't care. If you're a female, get at me. I want to bring you on here.
You know who was one I heard that was dope? Me and my girl were listening to was Monique Ray.
I never even
heard
of
look her up. She's from Pomona, and she's pretty. Okay. She reminds me like a Mexican version of Lady of Rage.
Really?
She was pretty dope. Now that you mentioned that.
Okay, well maybe you could send me her stuff.
Yeah, I don't know her personally, but I'll shoot you some links.
Okay, that'll work. Now, any shout out that you want to give at this moment?
Yeah, I got a few.
Go ahead, take your time, brother.
All right, I got my boy Ivan Reyes, my boy C's.
Get a little bit closer, brother.
The homie MAD, my homeboy Cisco from the hood, my boys from the Netherlands, Hague City, Dave Drug, DJ Crackhead, my boy Little Man, OG Big Wicked, Brown Minds, Cultura 714, Joe Crow, Epidemic, Burn Slow, Fantastic Funk Master Laz, George Perez, Side Dick Eddie, Demo 43, Cynic Local, Cynic's cousin Capone from Little Hood, DJ Big Rob, Real Mr. Homicide, Real Most Hated, Big J and Night Owl for shooting me a dope collab, OGS at Trouble, Chris Gunn, and DJ Bobby B, Sugar Freeze DJ.
DJ Bobby B, that's my motherfucking homeboy right there.
Yeah, that's a good homie right there, man.
I love that dude, bro. Bobby B, if you're watching this, you got much love, much respect here. You're welcome anytime. You can come eat a torta with me live on Rhodium Radio. I don't give a fuck, homie. Okay? So, other than that, somebody said, get Miss Sancha on here. Anyways, okay. But, all right, so let me go give my shout out to Oak Creep from City of Orange.
City of Orange.
City of Orange. Thank you for coming through, brother.
Thank you for having me.
You know what? I greatly appreciate it. It's totally been an honor to interview you.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of people like to say, well, who was that? Tune in and find out. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Do your homework. When I post somebody, go do your homework. Don't expect me to post links and tell you who this person is. Go do your homework. Obviously, he's coming on because he's somebody.
Yeah, so, exactly. Show love, Raza. Show love.
Show love, okay? Don't hate. Congratulate.
Yeah, build us up.
Yes. 714 in the motherfucking building, and so was John motherfucking Elkins. Okay. I want to thank my boy John motherfucking Elkins for making all this possible. He filmed this DOCUMIXERY. I directed it. He'll be coming out with his lotion soon, his G-strings, his high heels, and his wigs. So for all you females coming out of quarantine, you're going to need some wigs. So other than that, once again, my boy Alex Cervantes, Sandy Pants is in the motherfucking building. Westcoast Gillie's in the motherfucking building. And if I've forgotten anybody, my boy DJ Media Clips, my son B Scanless, and I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, my brother Ruben, it was his birthday the other day. Much love, much respect, and happy birthday to your silly ass. So other than that, we'll see you here Wednesday. We got a West Coast legend coming in on Wednesday. Here's all I'm going to say. Photographer, director, producer. He'll be here Wednesday. Call a friend, text a friend, page a friend, slap the shit out of a friend. As a matter of fact, clap some cheeks for a friend. So, see you here Wednesday. Have a blessed night. Talk to you soon. God bless. Stay quarantined.